Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as so far we have seen the number of Python programming concepts. So in this video I am going to teach you the entire advanced level concepts. So whatever it has been missed in the entire playlist. So I have two playlists where I have taught you about what we have taught you about the Python basics. So here is the Python basics. You can just acquire all in the playlist over here. So where is it? So here is a Python complete course I have added. So again I have added all the object oriented programming concepts with this particular playlist. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel. So now here we have completed all the object oriented programming in this series. Same in the previous playlist we have added completely basics we have covered. So now in this video let's complete all the lecture topics which is important. So I will be telling it is like some advanced level. We'll be seeing about the pickling, we'll be seeing about the regular expression, we'll see about what is object stuffs. We can see how the read and binary mode works. We will be seeing list comprehensions, we'll be seeing the particular if else we'll see the for else statement, we'll see try except else and finally statements, and along with that we are going to see the n number of concepts. So that is we are going to see, you can see all the data I have. We'll see about the requests, we'll see about the data types, public, private and protected. We'll see about the JSON files, we'll see about how the OS models can be used and generators, all those things. Okay, so these are also a few of the important concepts we'll be seeing in this video. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So now let's move on to the coding part. So along with that I'll be solving few of the problem statements, so that I'll be attached with the end of the video, so I can just see it. So where we'll be about to go to complete the Python programming language. Okay, let's start with the video. Hello, so welcome back. So in the previous sessions we have completed the object oriented programming. So in this video we are going to see the advanced concepts of Python. So I'm going to complete all the left out topics of the Python programming. So we'll see what all the left out things are there. So we'll be seeing the list comprehensions, regular expressions, and we see what is public, private and protected. Then we'll be seeing what is try and except condition with the else and final block. So we'll see what all the topics is been there. We'll be seeing with the coding part. Okay, so I hope you have completed all the previous videos, and we'll see with the next concept. Now let's create a new file. So I'll just make it as advanced. Okay, so I'll just make it as advanced.python file. Okay, so this will be all the advanced topics of Python. So now coming back to the comprehension, so let's see what is list comprehensions over here. So I'll just tell what is list comprehension. Okay, so we'll see what is the list comprehension. So list comprehensions is nothing but we will be applying the few I'll explain you what is list, then we'll see how we can compress the particular code of that. Okay, suppose I have a list 1 is equal to empty. Suppose I have a list 1 is equal to empty. So then it got stuck. Okay, track. Okay, so I have just declared a list that is with an empty part. So let me add a few of the things over here. Let me add a few of the logic. So what it is going to do, like suppose I'll be creating one for loop for I in range. So I want to print the 10 numbers over here, applying a for loop. Then I want to just do something. I want to multiply the value of I. So whatever the I value will be there, I want to just multiply it. So whenever whatever the remainder bit it will be, if the remainder is 0, suppose 2 divided by 2 is 0, 4 divided by 2 is 0, and 6 divided by 2 is 0, it will go until 11 characters starting from the 0. So whatever, when it is becomes equals to 0, I want to store that particular value inside this particular list. So I want to do that particular kind of thing. So I'll just tell list 1 dot append. So I'll be using append. So what I want to append, I want to append the value of I. So that is what I want to just do it. Okay, so then after doing this one, let print whatever the output of the list will be there. I want to just print the list 1 over here. So I'll just save it. So once I save, so I'm not getting a this one extension, so I will install the Python extensions. So I don't know how it went. So let's search for the Python extensions over here. Okay, so which is going to install the particular button over here, so where I can easily run the particular program. Okay, so here the thing is working now. Fine. So let me run the particular program. So don't know why it is giving too much hand today. So here I'm getting a run button now. So it's working fine, I guess. So let's see it is working or not. Okay, so let print later. So now suppose this is a list where I want to print a particular numbers which has been divisible by 2 until the number is going to divide it by 10. So same thing I can do it using the list comprehension. So I'll just same thing, I'll just tell list 1 is equal to, I can just tell in this format I want to just tell a, so I'll just tell I for, okay, so for I in range. So then after applying a range I want to print till 11. So with this, so here only I'll just write the particular values to it. So I'll just tell if a percentage 2 is, sorry, if I percentage 2 is equal to 0. So I can do it within a single line. That means, so it will apply for loop till 11, then it will multiply. Here I am just applying if condition, so it will work. So then after whatever the thing it has been there, so now I'll write a particular logic to it. So see if it's done like this without appending it. So if I try to print the list 1, I want to just print the list 1. Okay, so here also is there, here also it's there, so it should print the same value. So let me check whether it is working or not. So you can see in the output, so we are getting the same output here. So no need of appending also. What it is does means it will first run the while loop. If it is equal to 0, it is going to store it into a variable, that is I variable. Okay, so then in the I variable, and it will run the for loop. Again it will store 2, again it will store 4, 6, 8, 10. So all the values is going to store it in this variable, that is a list 1, and it is going to print it. So same thing, rather than applying this kind of concept, you can just complete all the stuffs within a 2 lines of code. So it is very simple, right? So that is all about the list comprehension. So where we have seen like how the list we can just compress it. So same way we have set also. So let's see what is the set comprehensions. Okay, so in the set comprehensions I'll try to add a comma here. I'll just tell set comprehensions. So let's see what is set comprehensions. Set comprehensions, I'll just tell suppose we have a alphabet is equal to, so I want to just say a, I want to just tell a comma for a in range. So I want to apply a range. So directly you can apply a range, or else I'll do something, I'll just store it all the values in list. Okay, for I in list, so in list, right? So directly I'll apply alphabets here. I'll just give the alphabets a comma B comma C. So I want to just give it 3 alphabets over here. So then I can just tell whatever the print alphabets, P or print alphabets. So what is going to do, what is going to happen here? So let's see what is going to happen. If I run the program, you can see BCA is printing. If I run again, it is printing BCA. So BSC, BC, that means obviously the seat is not what we call not indexed. So obviously it will just work in this particular stuff over here. So what I am trying to say here is even you can apply same concept with the sets also. So you can just apply something. If I can just tell, so I'll just tell again, I'll just tell if condition, if A is equal to C. Okay, if A is equal to C, then it is stored into alphabet. So if I run the program, you can see only C is going to print over here. That means in this list, if whatever the A or instance is there, if it belongs to C, then it is going to just print the particular value of the C. So it is what it is going to print it. Okay, so I hope you have understood like what is list set comprehensions over there. So after the set comprehensions, we'll move on to the next, that is dictionary comprehension. Okay, so what is dictionary comprehension? So obviously I'll just print like dict comprehensions. Okay, so we'll see what is dictionary comprehensions over here. So basically the dictionary comprehensions, suppose I'll just print you one normal dictionary over here. So I have this one, I'll just try to print the normal dictionary where here we have what we are assigning a key and a value here, right? So it is 0 is a key and name 0 is a value, 1 is a key, name 1 is a value. Same as it is, I have added 4 stuffs. So if I try to print it, so obviously you can just see the output, that is whatever the thing it is there, you are getting in the form of a dictionary, right? So same way I can compress even the normal dictionaries also. Like I will just tell dict comprehensions is equal to, so I'm just creating one variable dict comprehension. So what I'll do here is I'll just say I, so it is, I'll just tell F. So I'll just tell I'm using F strings over here. So I want to just tell F and I'll just tell names. Okay, So let's tell name. So what is the name here? So sorry, I want to just print it I, right? So I want to just print I here. So it should print a name over here. Okay, so I name. So after this I'll see what, okay, so let's tell for I in range. So let's see what it is going to do it. Okay, so I want to just 0 to 100. So what it is going to do, so what I do here is I want to print like this, right? Name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4. Suppose I want to print it like this for 100 times. So how can I do it? So obviously I can just apply with this particular concept. Like I can just use a dictionary comprehension. What it is going to do here is it is just going to take the values from the 0 to 99, and it is just going to store name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, like that. Okay, so if I try to run the program, sorry, if I try to first I need to just print it, right? So I want to just tell print. So I want to just tell print. I want to just tell did compression. So again it is not showing me the values. So again it is just discarding it. Okay, so you can see when I run the program, so you can see what is going here, what I am getting. I am getting a name 0. So I'll just comment out this above line. Okay, so after commenting I will run the program now. So you can see what I am getting here: 0 name, name 0, 1 name 1, 2 name 2, 3 name 3, 4 name 1. Obviously, so what I am getting here is, so it is been taken as, so 0 is been taken as key, and name 0 is been taken as value. So it is a key and it is a value pair. So you can apply in your logic like how you want to do it, where you want to use that. Using this kind of statement, you can just do it over here. So again I can just tell here, if I'll just tell if I whatever the I is, if I is divisible by, so I'll just tell I is divisible by, I'll just tell I is divisible by 5, and if it's equal to 0. So I want to just apply this method. When 5 divided by 5 is 0, so at that time only it should store it. So you can see at that time I am only getting the variables of 5, the multiple of 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 45 till 80. It is going till 95. Okay, so we can apply a number of methods in this particular way also. So rather than applying like this, so it is a simplest method. So we call it as what? This we call it as a dictionary comprehensions. Okay, so this we call it as a dictionary comprehensions. So what you call as, so I'll rename it that. So I'll name it as a comprehensions. Okay, so I'll just make it this particular file name as comprehensions. Okay, so this is about the comprehensions. So next we'll see what is generator. Okay, so we'll see what is the generator now. So let's see what is generator. So let me add it in this file itself. I don't want to create a new file. So if I run the program, all the things should come fine. Okay, so I'll just comment out this one. Again I'll just comment out this line of code. So I'll have just commented every line. So I'll run the program. So it is empty now. So now what I want to do here is I want to just tell you about the generator. So generators. So what is the generators over here? So it will just produce the values. So how we can just produce the values over here? Suppose I'll just create a function that is a generator. So I'll just create a function that is generator, which is going to take a n values input, and here I'll apply a for loop for I in range. So I want to just pass the n values to it. So I'm just telling yield of I. So whatever the I will be there, it should yield. I'll tell you what is the yield over here. So I'll just save this much. So fine. So that is the function we have wrote. So this is a function we have just written. So now I want to generate 5 values now. I'll just tell A is equal to I'll just tell A is equal to, I want to apply generator. I want to generate the values of 5. Okay, so 5 times it should print it. So now I'll just tell A is equal to 5. So once I do like this, so now what I need to do, I need to just tell print the value of it. So let me check. So I'll just save all the files. So I don't know why my VS Code is giving me the end today. So now it is here saved. Now if I try to run the program, you can see I'm getting a generator object over here. So I'm getting an object over here. So basically what yield does means it will generate an object for the value. So how can I access the particular values over here? I need to just apply a method, that is next method. So where is the next method? I need to just apply. So if I just save like this, you can see I can able to get the 0 over here. Same way if I try to print 5 times, you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it is working. It is whenever it's written, so first it will run the one loop. So whatever the value will be there, it will just going to give it over here. So again if I just generate the next method, it's going to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is coming. So let me print 1 5 times more. Let me check whether it is coming. So you can see only it is giving me the error here. It is stopped the iteration because whenever I am saying 5, it starts from 0 and ends till 4, right? So only I can print able to access the 4 values from this generator. So I can do this by kind of check. Suppose here something, I'll just tell A. So after doing, again I'll just try to print whether what happens. Let's see. So you can see 0, 1, 2, 3. So what here means, once the value is been generated, so again it is not going to regenerate again. So because here already A is assigned, A is a variable assigned. So here it acts like an object, I guess. So once the values has been generated, so even if the other statements comes again, if I try to print the same kind, so it is just taking me the next value. It is not taking from the 0. So that is what I wanted to say. So this is about the generators over here. Okay, so I hope you have understood the concepts of generator, which is yield, and even we saw what is yield. It is going to return a particular object to us. So by applying .next method, we can easily access kind of values. So that is about the generators and the comprehensions. So next we are going to see what is public and private and protected. Okay, so we'll see what is the public, private and protected. So I'll just create a new file. So I'll just make it as what we call data types. Okay, data types .py, something data types .py file. So here I'll just create two things. I'll create I'll just explain it the object oriented programming. So I'll tell I have a class of people. I have a class of a people. So as I just tell, I'll have a class of a family. So in the family, I have a number of people. So I'll just count my number of peoples. Number of peoples in my family are 5. So I'll just take number of peoples is equal to 5. So basically this particular variable, it is going to act like what? It is going to act like public, as you know. So it is going to act like a public. So then I want to protect few of the variables. So at that time I need to use underscore with the starting in the underscore. I want to protect my siblings. I'll tell siblings are 4. So I'll tell siblings are 3. Okay, including me. I'll just tell siblings are 3. That is, so I want to just protect it. So you need to start with an underscore. So then I want to keep one variable as private. So for the private, I need to use double underscore. Okay, so son are 1 over here. So this we call it as what? This we call it as private. So I hope you have understood public, private and protected. So this is how for a single underscore we declare as a protected, double underscore we declare it as a private. So we have declared one class. So let me create one object. ob1 is equal to family. Can I access all the directly with this? I can access with the data now. So I can just tell print I want to access object 1. So sorry, ob1 dot. So I want to just access the number of people. I want to access the siblings. Then I want to access the son. If I save it, if I try to run the program, you can see I can not able to access the values of the son. I can able to access number of people of a siblings, and even I can able to access the particular protected class also. So whenever you are using this kind of thing, you will understand in the way like, okay, I have been protected this variable, so I need to use it at some point of view itself. Okay, so when you are having a private, so when you if by miss you are passing the variable directly, you will be getting an error. So that you need to take care of that particular error. So you'll understand, yeah, this variable is a protected private. I cannot directly use it inside my any of the logic. So at that time you need to pass the first, you need to just pass the what is the class of it. So class dot son. If I try to access, so again I'm not getting, so basically I need to use the underscore also here. So you need to whenever you want to access the private values from the private value, so I need to remove it fast. So whenever you want to access the particular private values from the class, you need to use in this fashion, that is underscore, you need to give the class name, then double underscore, then you need to access the variable. So if I run the program now, you can see I can able to access the value is 1 of the private variable. Okay, so it is not easily we can accessible, you need to access in this particular way itself. So this is about the public, private, and protected thing. Okay, so now let's move on to the other concepts, that is we'll see what is a for else statement. Okay, so this we'll see, we have not seen this concept, so let's explain for else dot UFI. So let's see what is the for else. So basically for loop we will be having, and we'll be having a else statement with that. Basically that is a very simple thing. Suppose I'll just create a my list 1 is equal to, so I want to create a my list 1. So here I want to just display few of the characters. I'll just display A or K, P or O. Okay, so I have a ARK Pro here. So I have a very alphabet, that is ARK Pro. So what I need to do here is, with this list I want to apply for else statement here. So let me check what is for else. So for is here, I'll just tell pass, again enter, else, again pass. So this is the syntax of the for else statement. So but I need to apply the particular thing here. So I need to tell for I in my list, for I in the my list, that means in this way I want to apply for loop. So what I want to do here is, I want to just basically I'll just try to print the value of I over here. Okay, so I'll just print like this, and around the particular statement you can see whatever the values are there inside my list, that is simply it is just going to print it over here. It is not having any rocket science over here. It is just going to print ARK Pro. So now once it is been done, so next what I need to do, I want to just write, so we have a else part also. What else it is going to do? I'll just tell print, I'll just tell statement executed, statement executed. If I run the program, you can see what happens here is, for else means whatever the for loop will be there, it is going to print. Along with that, whatever the things you wanted to add it inside the else statement, that is also is going to print it over here. So even that is going to print it. So it is not like only for loop will work. Whenever you are using a for else, so else statement will compulsory, it will going to be executed. So with the for loop. So that is what I wanted to say. Okay, so now let's try with the one more example over here. Let's try with another example. Suppose we have a non-veg, so where we have a chicken, fish, and a mutton stuff over here. So I'll apply for loop. I'll just tell if the I is equal to tomato. Suppose if my instance is equal to tomato, that I want to just print it. I want to just break the loop. Okay, so item by and it should tell item not found. So or else I want to just print simply. So let's save this code and let try to execute it. The program. So you can see I am getting items not found over here. Let me comment out this list. So if I run the program, you can see I'm getting item not found, because obviously tomato is not there. Suppose I was in chicken. If I was a chicken, let's remove the print statement here. If I was a chicken, so you can see chicken is been going to print. So here when you are applying a for else loop, when you want to use the for else, if you're using like this for else, it is going to simply it will execute both the things over here. So when you are doing, and this kind of thing, if it is found, I want to just break it, then it is not going to print the else part. So this thing you need to understand. Suppose when we are breaking a particular for loop, at that time else condition is not going to work when it is satisfied, and we are finding the values. When we are not finding any values, at that time else part is going to be executed. Okay, so that is what the things there. So if I just tell print I outside, so basically it will just print all the data. So you can see again it is just breaking, right? So because of break, it is not going to print it again. Okay, so like this the scenario has been there. So basically you need to understand, one, the items are found. When the break is been added, at that time it is done, so it is not going into the else part. If it is not found, at that time this break is not going to work, because I only is not going to match. When I is only not going to match, at that time it is going to be going to the else part over here. You can see item not found, it has been going to the else part. So that is what you need to understand with the for else statement. Okay, so I'll just comment it out over here. Done. So now we have been seen this much stuff like that, right? So once we have done, so now let me teach you more about the generators over here. So I forgot to tell you. So let's see what generators will be doing it over here. So let me copy this entire program. So I don't want to type it. I'll just create one more. I'll just make it as generator dot py. Okay, I'll just paste the program over here. So here basically what the program having here is, we are having a range of number. So very big range of number I have. Alright, how we can handle this one? So basically, if I try to run this program, you can see it is going keep on printing. It is not stopping itself. So I need to just cancel at that time. So what happens here is, at this kind of time, so I someone or added like lakhs of number. So at that time our program might get bugs and all. So to fix this issue, we'll handle through generators now. So here we have declared a generator function, as we know, so which is going to yield a value to it. So I want to generate a number now. So that is sequence generate a number, that is for I have given a big number now. So it is going to be a function and it is applying to the for loop and it is going to yield it. That means it will yield the object now. So if I want to yield, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 times I want to yield it. Now if I run the program, so let's do like this. So obviously if I run the program, so you can see here what is the output, 0, 1, 2, 3 only I am adding. Even they are adding 100 of time, so it is going to yield only a single object at a single time. So it is what it is been going to do it over here for us. Okay, so directly that has been going to bin diagram. So if I just try to print for loop like this, for j in sequence, again I am applying for j in sequence, again sequence dot next I am just applying it now. So if I just save it, so you can see I'm going to apply again. It is a for loop is been running, because why? Because here I applied a for loop, right? That is why it is just going like that. So it is not going to work in that particular way. So obviously this is starting itself I just shown you, right? So this one I'll just comment out. I'll just comment out this one. Okay, so next there are a number. So same way we have a number. So basically iterate. So we have a iter. So what this iter is going to do? So what is this iter is going to do? So I'll just comment out top everything. So what is the iter is been going to do? If I run the program, so you can see iteration is something again, even it is also applying up, even it is also being used same way. That is I can iterate a number here. So basically whatever the number is been given into a string, I can iterate the particular values from it. Okay, that means so it is a string basically. So with the string I can iterate the particular value by using a iter. So it's so easy, right? I can easily access a number from it. So that is easy, right? So iter value dot next I can apply. I can easily access the particular number from it. Suppose if you have a over here, what is the output? It will be going with the, even I can access the alphabet also. Oops, so very easy, right? So I can access the variables and I can access numbers from this particular stuff. Okay, so like this the things has been there in the Python program, that is we call it as a generator. Done. So next concepts, let me see in my stuff. So basically we have seen comprehensions, yield statement and all. So next I want to see the next concept, that is I want to teach you this one. What is that? The regular expressions and all those things. So let me check whatever other thing I have missed. Okay, so we have something coroutines, and we have fun tools, and we have a request and all those things. Done. So first I'll explain you the try and except conditions over here. So let's create a new file. I'll just make it as try, and what is the try except finally, try except finally and else dot py file. So this is my try except finally and all those things we'll see. So basically obviously I'll just pass try. I want to try it. So if we try, I want to go to the except condition. Again I want to just pass it. Again I want to just check one more, try except else. Else also I want to just go to, then again I'll just give it as a pass. Then I want to just go to the finally. So this is the syntax for try except else and finally block. Okay, so what here we can do here is, here we can have a number of we can just do what here we can just say I'll tell you here. So what try has been going to do. So what try is means, it will just run the code. If it's there, if it will run the code, it will just run the particular code. Here what happens means, execute this block when try block fails. Obviously execute this when try fails. So whenever here we are getting a fail condition, it is going to execute, or else it is not going to execute. Else, so what is the else? And then else it executes one, try blocks has no error and no exceptions. Block is being used. And let's tell executes one, try block has no errors. Okay, when executes when try block has no errors and except blocks is not used and except block is not used and except block is not used. Okay, not used. So then finally as it is finally executes 100%. Yeah, at any cost this block is going to execute. At any cost this block is going to execute. Okay, so it has been going to execute 100%. So let's see how it is going to execute now. So let's see with an example here. So now what I'll do here is, so this is obviously nothing, so this is just a data and nodes I have just said you. So let's try to create one function. So let's create a one function. So this function, it is what it is going to do here, it is going to divide it. This function is going to divide. I will take a two input, that is a comma b. Okay, so what it is going to do here is will first try to print the divide the particular value. I'll just put it into a try value here. Okay, so let's tell print. I'll tell print I want to just print the value of a divided by b directly. I'll just tell I want to just tell print a divided by and the value should get printed. That's it. If it is not going to print, I want to just pass in the except condition, except. Okay, except. So basically when we are dividing the two numbers, we might get an exception, that is zero division error, right? So I'll directly add except zero division error as e. So I want to catch the value of it. I want to just catch the error, that is a zero division error if it is there as e. So at that time I want to just print the e over here. So whatever the exception is there, I want to just print it. Else I want to just tell else. So what else will we do when it is been executed properly and it is not going to get executed, our else block is been printed. I'll just tell print. I'll tell except. I'll tell what I'll tell here, exception has not occurred basically. Okay, exceptions has not occurred. So I'll tell exception is not occurred because when it has been executed successfully, obviously there will be no error. At the time this is going to get executed. Okay, so then finally I'll just add finally means I'll tell print and I'll tell I am pro code. Okay, so it should definitely print when I write whatever will be the result, it should going to print it over here. Okay, then I'll try to declare one variable. I'll tell a is equal to, so let's call the function. I'll just tell divide. I want to divide 10 with 2. So I want to divide the 10 with 2. It should be output that is a 5 and it should print exception has not occurred and it should print I am a pro coder. Let's see whether it is printing or not. You can see 5.0 exception has not occurred and not occurred already. Occurred Bombay. Okay, I'll just put it. Then I'll tell I am a pro coder over here. So you can see I am getting a perfect result. Suppose if I'll tell 0 divided by 2, you can see 0.0 exception has not occurred. I am also pro. So I'll tell 0 divide. I'll tell here 10 multiply with 0. 10 divided by 0 is an exception now. Let's see what is the error. You can see it is throwing a except 0. It is not going to block execute this. It is telling 0 division error. So you can see division by 0. So this is zero division error will handle our error. So it will see which is the error it is. So if it is, so basically it is not going to execute here. We are getting an error. So what is the error I am printing? That is exception condition. It is printing 0 by error. And as the error is occurred, else is not going to get executed, but finally is going to execute it whatever might be the result. So you can say I am a pro coder. I hope you have understood neatly what is try, except, else and finally does. Okay, so this is about the stuffs now. So now let's see about the request. So let's see about the request. So let's let's see about the what is the request over here. Let's tell req request dot python file. So now it is a little bit advanced. So let's see what is the request over here. So I want to first tell import I want to import the request first. Okay, so I want to import the request now. So what here it does means it will just get a API key. I'll just tell API is equal to, I want to just tell from this particular request dot get. So from here I want to get few of the API keys now. So let me pass an API key. So I'll just open the Chrome here. So let's open the Chrome here. Let me get a particular API key. So after getting an API key, I'll just tell GitHub API keys user. Let me check whether I can get it or not. So which it has more kind of free API key where we can just get the values of some user something. So I don't know how many people knows about API keys. API keys are very high concept. So where we'll be passing a insert operation, create, fetching the data, inserting the data, updating the data, deleting the data. So basically these are the 4 operations are there, right? So I'll tell API. So what is API? I'll tell. So see, API in the Google, it is telling an application programming, how it works you can see, and ready API platform subscription, and it generates your own API protocol starting no credit. So okay, it is just here you can see. An application programming interface. API is an application programming interface, is a way for 2 or more computers to communicate with each other and offering the particular service to it. Okay, so let's get the GitHub API, GitHub API users. So I want to get the details of the API users. So let me check. So you can see this particular API key is giving me the JSON response. This we call it as a JSON response. So let's see how can I access this one. So directly I'll pass the API key. So I'll just print the particular API now. So what it does means you can see it is going to import all the data from here. So you can see I got a response of 2200. That is 200 is a status code for it. For if everything works, it is a 200 is the response I'm getting here. So how can I print the response though? I'll just tell API dot text. So I want to get all the text from the API key. So if I run the program, you can see I'm able to get all the data from the API key, that is having a JSON response. So I am having a JSON response. I can easily get all the data of it. So even I can print the particular thing also. I will tell API.text is fine. So now I want to just print what is the API.headers. I want to just see what all the headers are there. So headers in the sense it is just, you can see I am getting a headers that is public, accept, request, get, access, xframe, options, so many things I'm getting. That means whatever at the left hand side is there, I think that is only it is coming. So headers. So I'm not sure what headers exactly is been printing. I think that is the thing it has been going to print it over here. So they can just see, we can just able to see whatever the headers are there. So same way I'll just tell API, I will just try to API dot content. If I see what is content, you can see obviously the data has been coming content. So I'll just control D, I'll just comment out. So again I'll just see what are the things there under API dot. I want to just see the cookies. So if I try to print the cookies, you can see cookies jar files I'm getting here. So what else I can just print? I'll just tell API dot, so history encoded in elapse is permanent, iter JSON. If I want to print all the data into the JSON, so you can see a bound method has been coming in the form of, here you can see the response of the JSON has been getting. Let me call like this. So you can see all the data now I am getting in the form of a JSON format. Okay, so you can see I am getting all the data in the JSON format now. So let me check what is the URL of it. API dot URL. Okay, if I do, you can see the basically I am getting HTTPS ARK, and this is the URL I am able to access it. So there are so many things. So basically with this request, it's going to play a very important role. So which is having a GET request, we can post it and all those things. In the Django framework, we can able to see that one. But request is basically is used in to get API calls and submit the data. CRUD operations basically create, update, read, and fetch. So it is all about the particular stuff. So next we'll see about a JSON data now. So now let's see about a JSON data. I'll make it as a JSON.py file. Okay, so now JSON.py file, let's see what is the JSON.py file does. Okay, so now JSON is basically what? JSON is a JavaScript object notations. So basically JSON, we call it as a JavaScript object notation, so which is basically deals with the most thing. So let's see what exactly is a JSON does. Suppose I want to use a JSON. Obviously I want to just import the JSON. So I'm just importing a JSON now. So let me basically in the JSON it will be like a key and value pairs itself. Suppose I have a variable a, so I have variable a, so I want to just pass few data. I want to just pass name is equal to, I'll just pass name is equal to Anis. Again I'll just pass age is equal to 23. Again I'm just going to pass some languages, whatever the languages I know, languages. Okay, languages I know, that is Python, Python, Python. Let me add one boolean value, so that is a boolean. I'll just tell boolean value, I'll just start it as true. Okay, so here we have a string, that kind integer, and a boolean value also. So basically we need to use it true here. So in the Python we will use a capital letters. Okay, so we are having a data, there is a content of a. So now I want to just see what is the type of a. What is the type of a? Basically it is a dictionary, class dictionary. You can see it is a class dictionary now. So now same way what I need to do here is it is a class dictionary now. So now I want to convert this particular data into a JSON file. Now I want to just tell convert this into JSON file. I want to just convert the data into a JSON file. I want to just convert the data into a JSON file. So what it will do is I want to use it. I'll just tell whatever the converted data will be there. I'll just tell whatever the data JSON I have imported. I'll just tell JSON dot. I'll use a dumps here. I want to dumps the whatever the values of the dictionary. I want to just dump it. So once I dump it, now if I try to print in the B, if I try to run the program, you can able to see now the data has been coming in the form of a JSON data. You can see it is coming in the form of a JSON. If I just tell B dot and to just what is the type of the B. So if I want to convert a dictionary data into JSON, I want to just tell JSON dot dumps. You can see now I'm getting a class str over here. So basically JSON dot dumps, it will convert all the data into a string data. Okay, done. So now I want to just I want to just parse it. So let me parse the data now. So I'll tell parsed p-r-s-e-d parsed is equal to, so whatever the JSON, so I'll just tell again JSON dot loads. So I want to use the loads. So whatever the data is there, I want to just pass it from the B. Okay, and I'm just passing the data now. So after passing it, now if I just try to print the parsed data, so what will be output? Basically the same thing I'll be having. So now if I try to print what is the type of it, that means you can see it will be converted into what? It will be converted into dictionary. So you can see the difference now. So if I have a dictionary data, if I want to convert to the JSON, I want to use JSON.dumps. So again, whatever the data when I am converting and I am trying to print, it will be a class str. So again, if I want to rebounce it to the dictionary, I want to just tell JSON.loads. Again, it will just pass back to the dictionary. Again, you can see it will coming in the form of a dictionary. So it is what the thing, or converting the normal string format to the dictionary format. So this is basically a JavaScript notation. So basically when you want to convert the data types into JSON, that is basically string, you can use in these types of methods. This is about the JSON data. Okay. Okay. So now let's let me tell you about the one more concept, that is OS, operating system. And let's tell OSS.UFI. So let me tell you about the operating system. So for operating, I want to just tell import. So basically I want to just tell import the operating system. Okay. So I want to check how many files are there, whatever the content is there. I want to just tell print whatever the directories are there in my operating system. If I tell like this, you can see a lot of data I will be getting. So you can see unlimited data I am having here. So I am having so many excuse me. So I am having so many things over here. So that is the directories, whatever the directories is been there in my python.execution file, it is just going to print all the data to it. There's all the data to me. Okay, that is about the directional object. So now I want to just tell what is my current directory. So I want to just tell what is my current directory. I'll just tell os.get the particular current working directory. Okay, so if I try to save it, you can see the current working directory it is going to print it to me. So you can see it is going to print C users Lenovo desktop and oops. So this is the current directory is been it has been giving by using a operating system. So along with that, I want to list all the data from the C drive. So I want to just tell print. I want to just print all the data. I want to just tell OS dot. I want to just tell list all the directories. List all the directories from the C drive. I'll just use. I want to just print. I have a F drive also. Let me check for the F drive. So let me check what are the F drives are there. So you can see I'm having Airrobo, Amin project, Amruta, Anis internships, and directory form management system, portfolio websites and all. So you can see if I show you in my F drive also. So you can see all the folders are there. Airrobo, Amruta. So all the thing it has been going to print it over here. So it is going to that is what the lease directory does. So same way, if I want to play more with my operating system. In the OS model, I can just want to make a directory now. So I'll just tell, I want to just tell OS thought, make the particular directories now. I want to just make a directory that is this. Inside this, I want to make one more dot. Inside that, make it ARK folder. If you run the program, you can see I got able to see here. You can see this .ark. 3 folders it has been created. So easy, right? So easy, yeah. So I'll delete directory. So I want to just tell I'll just tell del okay, so that's all. So this is about the make directories. So once I have this make directories, then I can able to rename the directories also. I can just tell os dot rename. So I can just tell rename. I want to just rename the particular files also. I want to rename the generator. So you can see I have the JSON, right? I want to JSON.py file. Whatever the JSON.py file is there, I want to rename it to. I want to just rename it to JSON.py. Okay. If I run the program, you can see it has been converted. You can see JSON.py file it has been renamed. So easy, right? So you can see very easy concepts. So we can easily do a lot of things with the operating systems. So we have the OS. One more thing I have. Let me check. I want to just tell print. I want to just tell os dot environment. I want to just tell os dot environment dot get. I want to get the environment path, path path. So if I try to run this one, you can see lot of all the paths I'm getting. So you can see what happens here is, so whatever the paths are there in the programming files, whatever the paths files are there. So basically they will add environment variable path. So whatever those paths are there, it is just going to print me that. Okay, so os.environment dot. So I want to there are a number of things. That is one more thing. Let me check. I want to just check these 2 files also. So I want to just check run these 3 files. So what this does means, so see os.pod.join. I want to path the join slash that is ark.aa.txt file. I want to do this. So let me do it with my E drive. Okay, E drive. So with this, I want to just add aa.txt file, and I want to check whether C files in the C file, whether in the program files to exist is whether I want to check the path is file program files is been added or not. If I try to run, you can see it is false, even it has been false. Okay, so in the E drive it would have created the content now. That is where it is. Okay, where it is going to print, I don't know where it is been printed. So let me, it will be 100%, it will be having somewhere. Okay, you can just check it. I think it is going to slash and it is going to the a.txt file. Okay, so it is just joining it something. So I want to just check with the Google what join does. Okay, so these are all the few extra things you can just make sure I can understand with the OS path. So OS is basically to finding a file, structuring the dictionaries, files, and folders and all those things. Okay, to get what is the status of our files and folders. So this is about the operating systems now. Okay. So now I want to just check one more. Then I want to tell you about the what is the pickling now. So what is pickling in object? So what are the pickling in Python? I want to just check what is pickling in Python. So pickle is a Python primary used to serialize and deserializing a Python object. So whatever the object will be there, we is going to serialize, then again we'll deserialize to see the structure of the object. Okay, which will having an object in the byte streams, and it will store in a files database, maintain programs, data cross session, and transfer data over the network. It maintains a security basically. So let's see what is about it. I'll just tell pickling.py. Okay, so I'm just created over. I just created a wrong. I'll just put it over here. Okay, can I do? I can't do, so I'll just delete it. Now again I want to just create a new file. That is, I'll just make it as pickling.python file. So let's say what is the pickling is being going to do. So for the using a pickling, I want to just use an import. I want to just use import pickle. So what here it does means it will just convert. So let me try to add few other things now. So what I'll do here is we are having a list of cars where it has Audi, BMW, Ferrari, Suzuki, and Toyota. So what I'm doing here is I want to pickle everything into mycars.pkl file. Okay, so I'm just telling I'm just creating a I'm just trying to create a variable, which is the file name is this one. Now I want to open a file, that is my whatever the open, I want to just open a new file, that is mycars.pkl, in the write binary mode. Okay, so after creating a file object, I want to just use a pickle directory, pickle module, which is going to dump all the cars into this file objects, which is the file is been created into a write binary mode, and I want to just close it. Now you can see at the left hand side there is nothing. Once I run this program, you can see mycars.pickle file is been created. You can see mycars.pickle file is, and you can see this file is not displayed because it's either a binary or uses an unsupported texting. Okay, I'll just close all here. So basically what I did in my cars.pickling file, where is it here, pickling, right? So here you can see when I run this one, it is just created mycars.pickle data. Now all the data is been it has been encrypted. Now I want to read the data. How can I read the particular data now? So how I can read? I'll just tell read the values now. Read the values from pkl file. Okay, so I want to just read the values from the pkl file. Now I want to just tell what is the file name. The file name is cars.pkl, right? So the file name is mycars.pkl. Now I want to open a file. Now I want to just tell file object is equal to, I want to just open the particular file, that is whatever the file I have stored, file in a read mode. I want to just run a read binary mode. As it is a binary, we need to use read binary mode. So once it is been mode, I can just tell I want to load all the cars, that is I want to use a pickle model which I have imported, pickle.load. So pickle.load, I want to just tell whatever the file object data has been, I want to just pass it. So once it has been done, I want to just tell print all the my cars. Okay, so now you can see all the data from the pkl file is been I can able to. Okay, I'm getting an object has no attribute load, pickle. So pickle pick okay, load is not working now. So let me check what is the, I think pkl dot. So it is imported. Okay, I want to import it, right? So it is not working. So I want to import it. I have commented out. So I want to just tell pkl dot load, load, that is file objects. Okay, now it definitely will work, I guess. So I have imported a model pickle. I want to just remove this one. Okay, now it will work. Okay, so now you can see Audi, BMW, Ferrari, Suzuki, and Toyota. Basically all the data from the pkl file has been coming over here. Basically we store the values in the file in the binary mode in this way by using pickle. So after that it has been encrypted. Now I want to deserialize the data. So to deserialize the data, it is a way we can deserialize the data and I can able to see the particular data with it. Okay, so this is about the pickling over here. So we have seen a lot of concepts. We saw generator, we saw JSON, we saw data types, we saw comprehensions, we saw pickling, we saw request how to do, and we saw like how all those are the particular things was, right? So okay, so now we have seen about that. So now whatever the thing is, let me tell you. So the last thing is a regular expression. So I want to tell you the final concepts of these sessions of Python programming, that is a regular expression. Let me teach you the regular expressions now. So regular expression, let me create a new file. I'll just tell re regular expressions .py. I'll just tell .py file. Regular expressions.py, which is a very important concept in every programming language, that is regular expression. So now I want to just import the regular expression here. I want to just tell import re, that is regular expression. So along with that, I want to give some mystr. I want to have one string so that I can validate, right? So mystr is equal to some data I need to have. So I want to have some data, right? So for that data, what I am going to, I'll just store it into a triple string. Okay, so I want to just store it into a, so I have a mystr that I want to just store it into a triple link. So let me copy a few text from the Google. That is, let's copy this much. Okay, let me copy this one. So this is the data I have. So what is the data? Tata Limited, Java Dividend something. I have a phone number, I have a fax, I have an email, a website, directions. Again I have Tata, again I have phone, fax, email, website, and direction. Something I have something like that. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 I have. Okay, so this is the data I have, right? So this is the data where we are having it. So basically it's fine. So let me apply a regular expression to it here. So let me apply all the regular expression. So first what I need to do here is, first I'll apply a patterns and apply a mystr to it. Okay, so what I need to do here is, I want to create one pattern. So what is the pattern here is, I want to just tell what is the my pattern. Okay, pattern is equal to something variable pattern. I'll tell regular expression dot compile. I want to compile my regular expression. So I want to read whatever the www dot north america.data.com. so basically North America.data.com, you can see here www. Where is it? North America data.com. it is right. I have been added like this. Okay, so for this pattern I want to apply a matches now. What I want to apply the match now. So I'll just tell matches is equal to, I'll tell whatever the pattern is there, I want to apply, I want to just tell find the iteration. I want to find a particular iteration from my str. My str is not taking. Why my str is okay? I have given double equals. Okay, now it will take. So now you can see what I am telling. Whatever my pattern is there, I want to search this pattern inside my str string. If the pattern is found, I want to just tell something. I'll apply one for loop here. I'll tell for if the match is found, for match is found in the particular matches, I want to just tell print the particular match. Basically it is going to return me the object here. You can see it is returning an object. It's telling at the span of 387 something line, 387 words or something charactering, I can find the match, that is www.northamerica, that is the match has been found. It is just giving me the match over here. So basically it is just giving me the match over here. Same way I want to just say here, I want to just check one more pattern here. I want to just check one more pattern. First I will tell you what the regular expression does. So I'll just provide you here in some file. I'll just tell information.txt file. So this is a txt file I will tell. So basically what regular expression does means, so see, whenever I am using a /a, the resultant is a match if the input characters are at the beginning of the string. So it will match only when the inputs, whatever the input is there, it is coming in the beginning of the string or not. /b will return a match whether the input characters are the beginning or even at the end of the a word. Again, /d is used for the digits, whether it is containing a digits. /s is used for a match if the string contains a white space character. If there is having a spaces, then /s will work. There are many meta characters supported by a regular expression module as well. So dot is used to match any single character except the new line. It is going to match every character except the new line. Dollar is being used to match at the end of the string, that is whatever the end, if our string ends with some data, at the time I can match with the dollar. Star is matches with a 0 or more occurrence. Repetition. Plus is matches 1 or more repetitions if the things contain 1 or more times. Suppose in the data here they have a 1 or more. We have n or more, right? So it will match with the A plus, that is, you can see this one will matches with the specified number of repetition. When I am specifying some number into it curly braces, it is going to match. When I am giving the list, it is going to match specifies with the character class. To explore more about, we can just go with this direct dictionary. So where I can documentation, I can have it. I can get more data with that. Okay, so that is what has been said. You can see meta characters, any character starts with. So whenever I am using the arrow mark upward, it will use for the starts with. Whenever I am using the dollar, it is used for the ends with. Whenever I am using the star, 0 or more occurrence. Plus is used for 1 or more occurrence, exactly, and pipe symbol is used for either, like it acts like or, and same as it is the below things will work. You can just check it out with this dictionary. So basically I have provided the link, you guys, I have given you this data inside the link over there. Okay, so I'll just provide in the GitHub concept. Okay, so in the GitHub folder I'll give you. Okay, sorry, done. So now coming back to the regular expression, so I have let me use a few of the things, few of these concepts with this. So we'll try to work on that. Okay, so now let me come here. So now I have added, right? So I want to just check, this is the one pattern I want to just check, done. So now I want to just create one more pattern. I'll just tell pattern is equal to re dot, I want to compile it. So I want to compile what? I want to read which is starts with dot ww. So dot ww is, we are having how many we have? So you can see here we have one. Again here also we have two. That is two things we have in the dot ww. So now if I try to run this program, you can say I'll be getting two matches over here. So you can see at the span of this one and at the span of this one, I'm getting a two matches that is returning perfectly to us. Again we are having a, again I want to just starts with, I want to just tell how many things starts with the data. So that is, I'll just choose where is that above, I want to just okay here. So I want to just see how many matches I have for the data. So you can see I am not having a 0 because data is being a small letter. So it is a what? Here it will be seeing for this also, what we call that. So you can see here I am telling how many. So what I am the TAT, right? So basically it should work TAT data. So basically we have a data. So what it is going to do, the above one starts with, okay, it will check with the starts with our whether our expression starts with that one. So it is just telling not. If I just save it like this and run, so you can see I am not having any errors. Cancel all the files. So I am just patching with the pattern, that is compiling with a, or that is a data. TAT error is correct. Okay, I want to give it the single, yeah, it is correct. So if I run the program, you can see I am not having any matches to it. Suppose if I just directly match with a, so it is obviously starting, I don't know why. Let me check with, okay, it is starting here, right? So I think space. Now if I run the program, even it is not, if I just pass with the doctor dr, so even it is not matching. I think it is just only if it starts with the new line, I think. So let me check with the email now. So let me check with an email, that is email email. So it is not returning, why? So pad or e dot compile. Okay, so if I just tell dot email, it will check for, again it is not returning something. It is something has been wrong, something has been missed. Something is missed. So I want to just check it for find letters. So I'm matching the matches and printing the match, correct? So matches, okay. So pattern is also not working. So let me check it. So let me check with this, all this thing. Let me directly copy all those things. So now I'll remove this one. Now one by one let's check. Okay, so let me check with the first one. So if I run the program, you can see first match has been coming properly, it is with the data. So if I match with the www dot, you can see I'm getting a two object span over here. Okay, so when I am trying to match with the data, So you can see I'm not getting anything. Again, if I just start with the email, even it is not coming anything. So when I'm checking whether it is contain our FASS is been our it's been getting with the FASS. If I run, you can see again it is not coming because there is a lot of things. So I'll just, if I just remove this much, if I just remove this data, if I try to run, so you can see I'm getting one object. Basically, FAS our thing has been ending with this kind of stuff, that with this FASS class. Okay, so it is working fine now. So again, if I want to just check whether it is working with the views, so W our start with it is going with the views, or whether this is returning. Again, it is telling it is not, because it is not ending, right? So basically dollar is being used for ends with, it is not ending with. Then again, I want to just check with one more condition, that is email of 1. If I run, so you can say I'm having two here. What it is flower bracket does, exactly the specified number of occurrence, it will just match for the exactly the specific number of occurrence. So basically we have an email, so you can see we have an email here, we have one, here we have a two emails we have. So we are having it is just returning the two objects to me. If I say if there are 3, so you can see it is not returning anything, because we are having only 2 emails. So because of that, it is going to print me the 2 email stubs over here. So for the one occurrence of email, so you can see it is going to print it over here, because here email is there, after the email there is only one dot here, nothing else. So because of that, that is we can take it as a 1 over here. Okay, now let's see AI of 22. So here something was there, right? So I'll just paste it here. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6 AI are there. So run the program, you can see 1 2 3 4. So we can see for the match, so for the match AII, so that is AII, you can see AII, we are having 1 2 3 4 things here. So here it is matching, here it is matching, here it is matching, here it is matching, because exactly 2 occurrence I need to pass it. That is 2 means it is going to take 2 occurrence, that is AII. So that is AII, that is going to take it. That is what the occurrence matches. Let me check with another which has 3 III. 3 III I have only 1 2 3 I think. So if I run the program, you can see sorry, I'm having a 4 occurrence for the okay, it is here you can see AII and 1, exactly it is matching for the 2. Here you can see AI of 2, exactly how many AI it is matching, it is matching only 2, right, previously. So it was giving 2. So when I'm having AII of 1, so you can see AII of matches, so which have 1 2 occurrence. So here you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 here we have, but these 2 we need to ignore, because these 2 we need to ignore. What it is, I'm getting confused. Okay, so when I'm saying II of A, so it means it should be starts with AII and it should be exactly 1. So it is 1, it is 2, again it is 3, again it is 4, exactly, that is true. So because we are having 4 1 2 3 4, that is printing perfectly. Okay, so now there is no confusion with this, I got stuff. So now let's check one more thing, so which has 1 or more occurrence. So AI should be there, but it can be a more than. So you can see each and every image has been coming, so obviously plus is 1 or more occurrence, right? So because of that 1 or more occurrence, you can see AI should be there, and it can be any number of things. So it is all it is going to match to me. Okay, so this is about the thing. So now let's compile with the special sequence stuff. So now I'll compile with the facts, that is /b. What /b does? /b does something. /b does returns a match where specified characters are at beginning or at the end of the word. Okay, so let's see. So if I run the program, so you can see I'm getting a 2 stuffs. So you can see basically we are having a 2 facts, right? So here we are having a facts, even here we are having 1 fact. So I have 2 facts, so it can be any between anywhere. So that can I want to just check with that where is the occurrence of this. So I want to check 27/p. So I am using 27/p. 27, where is the 27? Here is the 1 match. Again here is also 1 match. So anywhere else, only the 2 matches we have. So you can see I am getting a 2 matches for the /p. So then I want to just do it for the digits now. So now I want to check all the digits, wherever the digits are there, I want to just match it. So basically you can see any n number of digits I have. So here we have digit 1, here it is the match 1. So you can see 1 matched, 8, again it is 1, again 7, again 7, all the matches of the digits it has been going to match to. Okay, that is what /digits. So I want to check one more condition, that is starts with I want to find a digit between 5 to 4. So you can see I'm only having 3 digits, that is I have a digit with a 5 and it should be a 4 digit character. So basically see 1 2 3 4 5. So basically 5 digits should be there compulsory, okay, but it should be a dash between, again after dash there should be a 4 digits. So basically wherever the matches has been found like that, it has been going to print with this stuffs over here. So this is about a regular expression. I taught you more about regular expression basically. So the main thing, that is what it starts with dot in number of characters and ends with, and we seeing number of occurrences, and we saw about the slash b, like it can match with any of the things, and digits also. So like this we can compare a particular regular expression concepts. So this is about the way we can have so where we are having the things now. So now suppose I want to check the email. So for the email regular expression, I'll tell you one thing for the email, how to find a regular expression for the email. Okay, so let's comment out. I'll just tell import RE. Okay, so I want to check way regular expression now. So I want to just check str is equal to, I want to give one perfect email erkprocoder@gmail.com. So this str I want to check with this particular pattern. So where it should be start with it should there, and it can contain digits, and at the rate should contain compulsory, and dot should also contain compulsory. If I run the program, you can see I'm getting erkprocoder@gmail.com. Suppose if I remove at the rate from the Gmail, if I run the program, you can see I'm getting an empty list over here because it is not going to match with this particular pattern. So this you can just save it for the validation of the email. So this is the best validation for the email, which is going to validate your entire email whether it is perfect or not. Okay, as I said, with this regular expression where it is been used. So this is one example with this. Okay guys. Okay, so we have completed all the Python concepts so from so long. So let's solve a few of the examples. So I'll just solve few of the examples, like at least 1 or 10 problem statements will solve. See what is the problem statement. So before that, I'll just create one new folder where all our problems will be solved. So I'll just create the new folder. So if I just click the second logo, it is used for creating a folders. So here I'll just tell it as exercise 1. Okay, so the folder name I'm just keeping as exercise 1. So within this particular folder, I'll just create the Python programs. So here I'll just tell 1.py. Okay, so this is our first program. So what is the problem statement? Let's see. So if I just show you the screen here, so you can see the problem statement is explain the math operators in the Python from highest to the lowest precedence with the example for each. So then write the particular steps how Python is evaluating the particular expression. Okay, so we need to explain the math operators in the particular Python. Okay, so here if I just first I'll explain you how this particular flow works. So if you want to see how the particular flow works, I will just copy it here. I'll just tell print over here. So if I just paste the particular program, then if I run the particular program over here, so here you can see the output. So we'll see the output, what will be the output, then we'll see how the expression is been evaluated. Okay, so the Python terminal is been activated. So then, so here you can see the it is just starting it. So then I'll say you first how the things will particular evaluated. So the first thing is what it will look onto the particular operators, like which is the operator, which is the highest precedence we have. So the highest precedence we have for the brackets. So first it evaluate the brackets, then it will move on to the star and the particular division from the left to right. Then the things will get evaporated. So if I just see, so first I want to evaluate the particular thing. So first it will evaluate the bracket things over here. So what will be the in the bracket 5 minus 1 we have, so it will evaluate it to 4, then the star will be same as it is, then next it will evaluate this particular thing. So you can see there is a double bracket. Inside this bracket we have 2 brackets things over here. So first it will evaluate this particular part before this one. So before only I have done here, no problem. So here the bracket will be same as it is. So first the things will evaluate it from the brackets. So 7 plus 1 is what? 8. Okay, division symbol will be as it is. Then 3 minus 1 is what? 2. Okay, the 2 things will come as it is. So the 2 brackets is been gone, and the last bracket same as it is I have kept here, and the last one is a print particular bracket. Okay, you should not consider this particular object, this particular bracket. Okay, it is just using to print it. So I'm just printing, so I have used this bracket. So according to the problem statements, we have only this much. Okay, so where we have two brackets. So then after this one, we need to see next, which is the next precedent to be evaluated. So next thing is what, again, as I said, greater than the star, we have the precedence for the brackets. So first we need to evaluate the brackets. So 4 star, then first I need to evaluate this. 8 divided by 2 is what, 4. Okay, 4 I'll be getting it. So then we need to evaluate the last expression, 4 for the 16. So you can see the output I'm getting as a 16 over here. Okay, so how it is evaluated, you know, first it evaluated the brackets, then after evaluating the bracket, so actually it will be same as it is. According to the logic, it will be like this, 5 minus 1 star of, like that it will be. So then after the, at the next step, it will evaluate it to like this. So 5 minus 1 will be 4. Again 8 star divided by 2 is 4. The brackets gone, then star is as it is. So why I am leaving this particular expression first? Because already we have 2 more brackets inside, so that we need to evaluate first. Bracket inside the bracket, first we need to evaluate that particular part. So the things will be coming like this. So this is all about how to the expression has been evaluated. So they have explained the math operator in the Python over here. So actually you need to just start writing in the answer, like we have the precedence for the brackets, then we need to look onto the star and the division multiplication or a modulo. So from the left to right, so from the left to right the precedence matters. At the last we need to see about the addition as well as the subtraction things over there. Okay, so in the Python we have import math. Okay, you can see it is a math operator. So in the Python, so with this math operator I can print. So see the math, what all the things we have, math dot. So if I see math dot pi value, so if I want to get what is the pi value, so pi value is what, run the program, you can see 3.1.459 I am getting directly. I am getting the particular value of the pi. So you can see the radius of a circle is what, the pi, or the something is the pi r square formula. For the evaluation of the pi value, we can directly use as a math.py after importing the math operator. Okay, so it is what the math operator does in the Python. If I just tell print, if I just tell again math dot, so you can see we have math.pow, we have math.radians, reminder, sin theta, sin h, square h, tan theta, tan h, tau, these many inbuilt operators we have. Okay, so I can see that I can directly find the LCM. I can just see log 10, log 12, 1p, mod f, a number of things we have, is finite, is close, f sum, a number of things we have. We have a floor also. If I just tell floor, math.floor, for the value I need to give the particular integer floating point value. If I just tell 15.9, okay, math.floor, if I run the program, so I can see I'm getting as a 15 itself. So it is taking, let it be any point, 15.9 or 15.8, 6 or 4, anything. If I just give it as like this also, 15.4, let it be anything. If I run the program, you can see it is taking as a 15 itself. Okay, that means it is taking the point before value, whatever the point is there, it is just neglecting it. So this is all about math operator. If I just tell again one more, so math dot, so we have f mod over here. So f sum also we have. For what is this f sum? It takes values objects end string. So what is this f sum? So let's see what it will do. If I just pass the so it is telling iterable the particular float value. If I just tell 15 comma 14, let me see. If I run the program, okay, math takes exactly one argument, 2 is been given. Okay, let's see what the 15 does. So if I run the program, so it is taking int object is not iterable. So actually I need to pass in the form of a list over here. Okay, so like this, even I don't know what is this f sum does. So you can see it is just passing in the 15 argument. If I just tell one more, 15 comma 1, run the program, so 16, you can see whatever the values are there in the list, it is just adding it. So we have a 15 and 1, 15 plus 1 I am getting as a 16 in my output. If I just tell 15 comma 1 comma 5, the output should be what, 15 plus 5 should be 20, then 20 plus 1 should be 21. So you can see I'm getting 21.0. It is coming in the form of a floating point value. Okay, even if I think we have the math dot sum, so if I run the program again, okay, we don't have the particular sum, we have the f sum itself. So f is a floating point, it is just taking. So it is one inbuilt operation of the math. If I just tell you again one more math operation of, let me see whichever the thing is there. So if I just tell you the LCM, so LCM values, if I, what you have saying, prints the values on the stream of the std out functions. So something we have, so LCM. So if I just tell the values integer, if I just tell 15 comma 22, if I say what is the LCM of it one, if I run the program, you can see LCM is 330. So like this we can find n number of math operators. So this we have pi, floor, fsum, LCM. Along with that we have what next we have seen. So if I just tell mat dot, it will suggest me. So we have a seal also. Seal, what does the particular seal does? If I just tell 12.2, if I just tell 12.2 mat dot seal, so I can say I'm getting 13. So what is the floor does? So let any point be, let any 15.9 or 8 or 15.23, let it be anything. It will take only what? It will take 15. The previous, whatever the value is there, it will take before a decimal point, it will print us. So whatever the values are there, if I just use a seal operator, math dot seal, 12.2 is nothing but it is taking the next value. So what is the 12.2? After 12, 13 will come. So as we have a decimal point value, so I am getting a 13 over here. Even if I have 12.0, what will have for the 12.0? If I run the program, you can see I'm getting 12. Except 0, if we have any number, if except 0 we have any decimal point value, it will take the next number over here. Okay. So floor, fsum, LCM, seal is been. This is the function what does with the math operator. So if I just tell again math dot, last one I'll just see. So we have sine theta, degrees, cos theta, n number of things we have. So you can just look onto it. So we have a factorial also. So if I just tell the particular factorial, so this is one factorial. I want to find the factorial of 3. Okay, 3 factorial was 6. So what is factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. If I just give 4, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. You can see without doing any function, directly using as an inbuilt function, easily I can evaluate the expression using a math operator. Okay, which is very useful. So then last one I'll just say you the GCD of the two number. So I want to find the GCD of 4, 2. So if I just run the program, what will be the, you can see the GCD is a 2 I am getting. So like this I can easily get the particular values from the, by using a math operator, we can easily use a number of inbuilt function and easily we can print the particular sums over here. So a number of, this is all of 50% I have taught you. So remaining whichever the functions are there important, you can just look onto it. Sin theta, cos theta, degrees, we have a number of things here. So it is not necessary to write everything in the exam. So how much they have as you can write for them. So I hope you this is more than enough to write with. You need to explain with an example. So you need to write with the floor, then you need to tell about what is it's doing, what is the fsum does, what does LCM does, seal, factorial, GCD. Okay, so you can fill up 1 or 2 pages over here. So this is all about the first program. So then we'll solve about the next particular program. So we'll just make it as a 2.py file. So in the second program, what is the problem statement we have for the second program here is, I'll just write over here. So here I'll just paste it here. So here what they have said here is, so what is the comparison and boolean operator? List all the comparison and boolean operators in the Python and explain the use of these operators with a suitable example. So comparison is what? Just we need to compare the particular values. So what all the comparison operators here is, we have these many comparator operators here. So these are all the comparison operators. So if I just say you, so we have a less than symbol, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equals to, and not equals to. So these are all our comparison operators. So basically we will be using with what? We will be using with the if else statements. Like when I want to compare the two particular conditions, at that time easily I can use this comparison operators, like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equals, and not equals. So basically it's using the if else statements itself here. So then we have what? Boolean operators. So boolean operators is basically boolean. So it is basically true or false condition, true or false. So like it can be true or it can be a false. Even we will be using in the if else statements and the while conditions this particular values, that is a boolean values. So always true should be treated as a 1 and always the false should be treated as 0. Okay, so this is all about, you need to understand, this is all about the boolean operators. You need to understand that we have only two things, true and as well as a false. True is being equal to 1, false is equal to 0. Comparison is as you know, is all the comparison operators. So then list all the comparison boolean operators. This is only the comparison and boolean operators. So why we are using the comparison and boolean operation here is, so comparison is used to compare the particular condition or expression. So whenever we are comparing any expression, the particular conditional statements, what it's written is, it will returns true or a false. Suppose if I compare 16 is less than, if I just compare 16 is greater than 18, this is true or false? It is true condition, because 16 is greater than 18 is a false condition, because 16 is a less number than 18. So what here it will return here, it will return as false. That is nothing but it will return 0. That is return 0 over here, like this. So if I just compare, 15 is greater than 9, it is true condition. So our expression evaluates true, so that means it should be treated as a 1. That means true condition. When the condition is true, then only the loop will get executed or a particular condition will get executed. So we have a relationship between the comparison as well as a boolean. After we are comparing, we will be returning a boolean condition value, either a true or a false. If it's true, it will evaluate the expression. If it's false, it will break the loop. That is what the things will happen. So this is what the thing. Next, they have said explain with the use with the operator for the example. So we'll see what is the one example over here. So what I'll say here is I want to check whether I want to check one particular condition over here. So I'll just don't want to waste your time. I'll just paste it over here. I already have the solution for it. So I'll say what is the thing is going on here. So we need to take a get input over here. So I'm just taking an input from the user. I want to take the particular age of it. So once the user enters the age, the value will get stored to the get input value. Now I'm using a comparison operators here. I am just checking the conditions which will evaluate to the true or a false condition. So whatever the input is been given, it will check whether it is greater than 18. It is greater than 18 or not. So suppose if I have entered 22, 22 is less than 18, it is false condition. That means it is not going to execute this one. So if the particular age is less than 18, I want to say you can't vote, go and have a cup of a tea. I am saying you cannot vote, you can have a cup of tea. If the condition is true, this will get executed. As in my previous video, I have explained you the if else statements, everything. So basically it will return what? It will return true or a false condition. Once the statement is executed, any one of the statement will get executed, not all the statement will get executed. If this is getting executed, my if else block will if else elif this is a if elif else block, the complete block will get stopped once the output is been written. So it is not going to print this also, it is not going to print this also. Any one will be getting printed when I am running this program. So as you know, this I have taught you in my previous video. If the input is equal to 18, this will get executed. Suppose his age is equal to 18, I'll say if you have a voter ID, you can go and vote. I am saying this condition. Again, I am checking one more condition. If the input, whatever the input is been provided, if it's greater than or equal to 18, means it can be 18 or it can be greater than 18. I am using one main important thing is a AND. AND is a boolean operation, you need to know it. So AND is what? 1 1 is 1, 1 0 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, 0 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. So you can multiply 1 with 0. True is a 1, false is a 0. When you are using a AND operation, I hope everyone knows AND operation. AND operation, OR operation, NOT operation. So it is very easy. So same, when these two conditions are true, when it is returning true, and even this condition should return true, and then only this particular condition will get evaluated. Else this particular condition is not going to evaluate. Suppose I am giving an input here as a 102. 102 I am giving. So 102 is greater than or equal to 18. This condition is true. Okay, that means it is true. And 102 is less than 100. This is false because 102 is greater than 100. So here I am returning as a false. It is returning me a boolean that is false. So true and false is false. So when the condition is false, it is not going to evaluate this expression. It is going to the else block. Okay, so this thing you need to understand. If I give OR over here, OR means even it can be a true or even it can be one. If any one thing is true, this particular expression is going to evaluate it. If both the conditions are not true, then only this will get skipped. When I am using an AND operator, both the things should be returned true. This should be also return true, this should also return true. Then only this will get evaluated. So I am checking this condition, I am checking this one, I am checking this one. When all the three condition is not evaluated, this it will return me this. It is going to the else part, that is get out. Okay. And why I'm using as an int, you know, because I am defaultly input will be taken as a string value. If I just say enter your age, if I just give it as a 18, it will accept, but it will be in the form of a string. The string cannot be compared with a number. Okay, so that I am converting whatever the string value I'm getting, I am just converting into the integer value so that I can compare with the particular number here in my program. Okay, so when I run the program, so you can see it is telling me enter your age. Now if I just tell 15, so you can see you cannot vote, go and have a cup of tea. 15 is less than 18. True. This condition is evaluated as true. Then as soon as true, it is going to execute this one and complete statement will get the particular if else condition will get stopped. That's all. So again, if I run the program, now if I just give it as 100, my age is 100. It is telling if you have an voter ID, you can go and vote. It is returning this particular condition. If you have a voter ID, you can go and vote because it is equal to 100 I have given. So same thing, if I just give one next input, if I just tell my age is 120, so it is telling me get out, because this condition is not getting true. This is getting true. The 120 is greater than 18, that is true. But this is not getting true. 120 is not less than 100. So here true and a false condition, that is returning a false. So it is not going to this particular block. It is going to this particular block. So just I am explaining you. They have said here, we need to explain with an example. So we have just for that particular purpose I am using here. So here you can see all the conditional, all the particular comparison operators is been used. Less than, equals to, greater than, and less than or equal to. Then along with that we are so for this particular expression we are returning a boolean values, that is a true or a false. That is also called, that particular concept is also been used. So for that particular thing I have used this particular program. Okay, so I hope you have understood this particular program. So this is all about the comparison operator for this particular problem statement. You can just explain this particular thing, and you can just give this particular example. Not only this one, you can give it any example where it should be there greater than less than symbol, where the expression should be evaluated to true or a false. Any program you can give it. Okay, so here this is the second program. So now let's move on to the third program. So I'll just make it as 3.py. Okay, so here at the 3.py, so let's see what is the particular problem statement here. So here they are saying this condition here. What is the condition? Okay, so here they are said here. So write a Python program to find the area of a square, area of a rectangle, and a circle. Print the results and take the input from the user. So they have mentioned we need to take the particular input from the particular user. So we need to write a Python program to find the area of a square, rectangle, and a circle and print the result. So here area of a circle, first we need to know what is the formula to find the area of a circle, square, and a rectangle. Then only we can write a logic. So for the areas of a circle we have a pi r square. Okay, pi r square. And here we have a, for the square we have a square or a r square. For the rectangle we have a length into breadth. By using this particular condition we can just evaluate the things. So first what I need to do, I need to find the particular area of a circle. So here the concepts of pi is coming. So I can directly write pi is equal to 3.14. This also can be done. This is also fine. This is also not an issue. So if you want to act smart, you can just tell import math operator. Use the math operator. Done. Pi value you can get easily. So I am using a math operator. Now first I need to just tell. So I need to get the particular radius from the particular input. I'll just tell rate. So radius. So I'll just tell radius is equal. I'll just tell this should be get what int of input. So sorry. So I need to just tell int of input over here. So here I'll just tell enter the radius. Enter the radius over here. So it should get into the new line. So then after taking a radius, now I need to evaluate the expression. At a single line I can just print it. There is no need of writing big programs. I'll just tell the area of the, so sorry, the area of the circle is, so here that's all. So I'll just put a comma, so it will be giving like this as it is. So then I need to evaluate the expression. So what is the area of a circle? Pi r square, right? So for the pi I will just tell from the math operator I want to import the value of pi. Okay, I want to multiply with the radius. So r square I need to do it. So here what I'll just tell radius star radius. I'll just tell radius. Again I'll want to multiply full complete with the radius. That's all. Okay, so even like this also you can do this one thing. Even you can just tell c is equal to like this. So even you can just tell c is equal to like this. You can evaluate it into the thing and you can directly pass the particular argument over here as a c. So c will be whatever the output you are storing it, you are just evaluating the logic here. So that sum will get stored into the c variable. The c variable will get printed. If I run the program, this particular, here it is asking enter the radius. If I just give it as a 5, the area of a circle is 78.53, like this I am getting. Okay, so even you can just use one more, if you want to act more smart, you can just tell whatever the value has been there, I want to convert dot c dot, I can just make it as a ceil over here, SCIL. So math.ceil I need to use. So I need to just tell math.ceil function. So I just want to I want to just get in number. If you don't want to give a number of decimal point over here, I can just tell math.ceil to the c value over here. If I run the program, you can see enter the result. If I just give it as a 5, I am getting the area of a circle is 79. It is just what it is doing. It is just taking the next number. If it's 0 point, it is just taking the particular number. Okay. So rather than if you have any decimal value, so or else we have what we call it as that one to get the particular 2 decimal point. Something is there. Okay. So you can just do it like this. So for better, no need of doing like this because You can just give the decimal point value itself, because each points will act more smart. Like when you are evaluating for the big numbers, at that time you cannot skip the particular point values, because even that point values has like different meaning over there. So with the point values, again, if you want to multiply with this 2, at that time there is a minimum of 2 points errors you will be getting it over here. So whatever the values will be there, keep it as it is. Okay, don't change anything. So this is what about the first program. So to find the area of the circle, so what is the next program? So here I'll just comment out. So this is the thing, I'll just comment out. So next I need to find the area of a square. To find the area of a square, it is very fine. So I'll just copy the program from here. So already I have typed the program, I don't need to waste your time. So here you see, here again I need to find what is the area of the square. So I'll just, first I am saying enter the particular square value, then print the area of the square is a star a. As you know, this is a formula. Then next I need to find the length and breadth. Enter the length, enter the breadth, take the input from the user, store it into the L and B, and just tell L star B, multiply L with B, whatever the value will be get, it will get printed. Okay, so like this you can just do it. So if I run the program again, first I will just clear the particular console. Here I'll run the program again. So here I am just telling enter the radius, I'll just give it as a 2. Again, enter the side of the square. I want to give any one side is 4, that is 4 4s are 16. I am getting area of the square is 16. Here I am getting enter the length. I'll just okay, so I need to just press enter. So it is telling enter the length, I'll just give it as a 4, and enter the breadth, I'll just give it as a 6. 6 for the 24. You can see area of the rectangle is 24. So like this I can just take the input from the user and I can print easily in my console. So it was a very simple program. So then next, coming back to the next particular program, I'll just make it as a 4.py. What is the 4.py problem statement? So it is a little bit lengthy, we'll see. Okay, so what here it has been said in this program here is define a Python function with a suitable parameter to generate the first n Fibonacci series. The first 2 Fibonacci should be 0 and 1, and the next Fibonacci sequence is defined as, so it should be like the Fibonacci series. Write a Python program accept the value for the n values integer, where n is greater than 0 as an input. So I need to just pass the particular input as a, where n value I need to pass it as an input. So then I need to display the error messages if they are giving an nasty inputs like that, like some other numbers if they give, I need to display that particular error message if the condition is input is not followed. When the condition fails, I need to just handle the particular error also. So for that particular easy, so it is, what is the output here, what is the Fibonacci series means? First it will be like, so we have numbers, right? So first it will print 0, then it will print 1. So 0 plus 1 is again 1. Again 0 plus 1 plus 1 is what? 2. Again next number 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, this will be next input, next output. So next I need to add all 4. 1 2 3 4. How much? 1 2 3 4 is what? 6 7 8. Okay, so then again if I tell 4 plus is 12, 12 plus 2 14, 15 16, 16. Like this the thing should get, like this the output should get. Until when, suppose if I am giving output 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, if I just enter the number as 7, till 7 it should take the inputs, and till here it should take the output. If I just give only 2 values, if I just tell n value is equal to 2, it should print only 0 and 1. Okay, if I am giving output if I just give the input as 4, it should print 0 1 1 and 2. Like this the flow should get, like this the output should be getting it over here. So for this one I'll just I'll just explain you the code, so there is no point of typing the same thing. So just the matrix is what you need to understand what is happening over here. Okay, so as we have 17 problems, I cannot type everything, so already I have typed, I'll just explain the code here. So here, so as I have explained you the concepts of functions, so just whenever the, suppose I want to find the Fibonacci's output, so here every logic I have written inside one function, so I'll just pass the integer to the function, so it will take input for the function and it will give me the result. That's all. That result I am printing it over here. That is what the thing happening. That is why useful, that is why we can use the functions. So here we have a Fibonacci. So if I say you Fibonacci is factorial and GCD of 2 numbers, all those things into one program, you can make 3 different functions. Whenever whichever the function you need to call, you can call it by giving the input, and you can print the output easily. Same thing if you are not using a functions concept, it will be a program will be lengthy and you will be get confused over there. So next, so we'll see what is the Fibonacci, as I have said you how the workflow works. So first what I am taking here is, so my program will start from the 29th length. So until and unless I am not calling the function, this piece of code is not going to get executed, as you know. Okay, so here I'll just tell first. I'll take the enter the Fibonacci number, like how many numbers, till how many numbers you want to print it. Here, same thing they have said. So just take the input in number value and 0 to 1 anything. So I am not going to say you again. So the thing is happening only this much over here according to the problem statement. So I'm taking input from the user that I am storing into the n value. So as I have said, they have said as me to just I need to see the display the suitable errors. So if they cannot give the negative numbers and all, so I am just telling if the value should be equal to 0 or it can be greater than 0, any number they can print it. If it's fine, then you call the particular Fibonacci function. You call this particular function. If it's not fine, you just tell invalid. Now enter the invalid input is been entered. Okay, so my program will get start executing from here. So here next what happens here is okay, so here next what it happen here is invalid enter the input, it will be giving me this particular condition. So first what happens here is it will take the input from the user as a Fibonacci number, then it will evaluate the expression. If it returns true, it is going to perform this function, that is the Fibonacci of n. So suppose if I am just giving the value here, I'll just give the simple value. It is telling enter the Fibonacci number. I am giving as a 4 here. Okay, so I'm getting 0 1 1 2. As I said, 0 1 1 2. If I just give the 4 numbers, it will just print like this, 0 1 1 and 2. If I give it as a sum, it will print like this. So how these things worked, that I'll explain you. So here it will take the 4 as input. It is going to the if condition and it is going to the Fibonacci here. So it will just go to this Fibonacci function. It takes the input n is equal to 4. Here first what happens is, it is first I'm assigning the numbers. First I'm writing the logic. So what I'm saying is number 1 I'm giving as a 0 value, number 2 I'm giving as a 1 value, default value I'm providing it, so that I can for the first number 0 1 2 it should print, then only the expression should get evaluated. So I'm using one count operation. So like if I'm giving as a 5 times my while loop should work, 5 times my while loop should work. Here I have given as a 4 times my for loop should work. So why I'm giving as a 0 here is, first I will check one condition. 0 is less than 4, true. 1 is less than 4, true. 2 is less than 4, true. 3 is also less than 4, true. 4 is not less than 4. That means at that particular point of time, my while loop gets break and I will be returning my output. So that I can iterate the while loop for the 4 times. For that particular purpose, I am keeping as a count is equal to 0 startingly. Then I am comparing with the input. Then I am incrementing the count value. I am increasing the values. For after 0, after one iteration, it will become 1, second iteration 2, third iteration 3, fourth iteration 4 value it will become. So because I want to run, if I am giving as a 5 as input, 5 times my while loop should work. For that particular purpose, I am using this while loop over here. Okay, now it will check the particular condition. Now I have passed input as a 4, right? So how it takes means, it will take like this. It will take as a 4 is equal to like this. It will take 4 over here. Value will take as a 4. Okay, I'll just comment this line. So how the works, and just it will take as n is equal to 4 and it will just work. So same values will be there. So here it will be like something like this. So here it will be like whatever the count value is there. Count is what? 0 here. So it will be like 0 is less than, what is the n value? N value is 4. It will be 0 is less than 4. Right, it will be evaluating to this particular condition. This condition is true, it is returning me the true value. Now what happens, it will print the what happens now here is, it will just print the particular value. So what is the num1 value is 0 is been printed. Okay, like this it will print. So in my terminal first at the first iteration, this 0 is going to print like this. How it is, how the function is working, I'm explaining you. So at this point of time, it will print 0 and end is equal to space. When I am giving end is equal to space, it will create one particular space. After whatever the output I am getting it, that will print beside only this one. It is not going to print at the new line. It is print in the single row when I am using end is equal to space. Okay, so this condition will get evaporated. This will get printed at the first iteration. So next here is what? Here I have said as a temp is equal to num1 plus num2. So what is the num1 value? 0 and num2 value is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So at that time, what will be the output here is temp is equal to 1. It will be temp is equal to 1 value will be get stored. So before temp, now temp value is 1. So next what I am doing here is, so next again I am making num1 is equal to num2. So at this point num1 I am just making as a num2. So what is the num2 value? Num2 value was 1. Before the num1 was 0. Now my num1 value will get updated to num2 value. So num2 value is 1. So my num1 becomes 1 now. So before num1 was 0. num2 was 1. So whatever the num2 value is there, I'm just storing into the num1. Now num1 will become 1. So next, again, whatever the num2 value is there. So here, control D, I'll just press control D. So here, how the expression works here is, so num2 is equal to temp here. So num2, what is the temp value here is? The temp value is 1. So now temp value becomes 1 over. Now the particular num2 value becomes 1. So now count is equal to count plus 1. Here the count value, now count value becomes to 0 plus 1. It will be like 0 plus 1. So count is equal to count plus 1 here. So count plus 1. So at the next iteration, what is the count value is here? The count value is 0. So it will take as a 0, 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1, then the count value will be equal to 1 over here. So my count value becomes 1. Okay. So then again what happens, that will till here it works. So like this it will work. So now coming back to this, so the particular one iteration is got completed. So now again the second condition. Now count value is what? Before the count value was 0. Now my count value was updated to 1. Now again the same expression will be evaluated. Now again, while count is less than 1, now at the second iteration, my count value is 1. It will evaluate to 1 is less than 4. So again the particular num1 value get printed. So as you know, my num1 is been updated to the num2 value. Before my num2 value was 1. So before the num1 value was 0. After updating, my num1 value becomes 1. Now the num1 value, now it will print what? 1 over here. Now it will print 1. Why? See, you can see it's been printed 1. Okay. So again what happens? Again num1 is equal to num1 plus num2. So num1 is also 1, num2 is also 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And num2 value is 1 itself. It will be as it is. And now num2 value becomes 2 because my temp value is now 2. That particular value is getting passed. Now same as it is, increment the count value. So sorry, 1. So my before what is the count value? After first iteration count value was 0. Second iteration count value is 1. So 1 plus 1 is what? 2 it will return. Okay. So the second iteration has been completed. Now again it will go to the while loop. So again it will compare to 2. 2 is less than 4. Yes, it is true. Now what is the num1 value here? So num1 value is again 1 itself. So again the num1 value is 1. Same again 1 is been getting printed. You can see 0 1 1 is been getting printed. Again end is making like this. Now what is the num1 value? What is the num1 and num2 value? You can see num1 is 1 updated, num2 is updated to 2. So now num1 plus num2 is, that is 1 plus 2 is 3. The temp value is 3. Then num1 I am updating to num2 value. So what is the num2 value is 2. So now 2 will get passed here. Num1 is equal to 2 over here. Again temp value. So what is temp value is 3. So here it will, at the third iteration 3 will get updated. Again the increment will happen. So the previously count value was 2. Now again the count value is 2. This is a count value is 2 because it is third iteration. Again count is equal to count plus 1. So the count value was 2. Again it is incremented with the 1. It will return as 3. So again it will go back to the while loop here. So again 3. Now at the last iteration, now at the third iteration is going to happen. So 3 is less than 4. Yeah, 3 is less than 4. It is true. Again it will print the num1 value. What is the num1 value now? The num1 value is 2. So you can see it is printing the 2 value here. So it will get printed the 2 value. So you can see 2 is been getting printed. Fine. So next again num1 plus num2, it will become 4 now because num1 plus num2. So the num2 value, num1 is 2. Again the num2 value is 3. So num1 and num2 is 3. That is, it will become 5 now. So the temp value will become 5. Then again the num1 will be updated to num2. So num2 value is 3. So this time num1 will become 3. Then temp value, what is the temp value? Temp value is 5 because it is added with the num1 and num2. So num2 value will become as a 5. So then again increment will happen. At this time the increment will be for the 4. It will be 3 plus 1. Okay. So 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, and now it is the count value is 4. Again while loop comes. So again now it will compare while 4 is less than 4. No, it is wrong. It is returning me the false condition. Then entire while loop will get executed. So entire while loop will get stopped. Okay. Then entire while loop will get stopped. Then my program will get breaked over here. So if it will just run the program until the condition is satisfied, it will print. Once it is failed, it will stop the particular program. So this is how the logic works. So I have explained you all the 4 iteration here. So how the logic is working it here. So it is not like you need to hack the program. You need to understand what is happening here. So just this is the logic which we have built to evaluate the expression. This is how the evaluations happens. So as I showed from a starting iteration, from the 0 to till 4 iteration, I showed you how the values will get changed for the temp, for the num value, for the num2 value, how the Passing will happen from the values. Again, how the increments happen, how it goes to the for loop, how it checks the expression, how it returns the boolean true or false. Until it's true, it will evaluate the logic. If it's false, it will just stop the particular logic. Okay, so like this the Fibonacci series works. Okay, so this is all about the Fibonacci series. So next, so now I'll just make it as a one more program. The next, sorry, so this is all about the fourth program. Next I'll make it as a phi.py. So this is the fifth program. So in my fifth program, what is the condition here? So fifth program, I'll just paste it. So they have said me list and explain all the syntax of the flow control statements. So here we have a three flow control statements, that is a continue, that is a break, as well as a pass. Okay, see, very simple, nothing. So what is continue? Continue means, suppose I'll say with the simple words why I'm using continue keyword. So if I say you print 1 to 10 numbers, I want to skip the value of 5. At that time 1 2 3 4 5 should get skipped. My output should be 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9 10. So if you want to skip any value, you can easily use the statement that is continue statement. Okay, next, break statement. I'll say you want to print 1 to 10. So something is going on 1 to 10, it is printing it. When 5 got printed, after 5 gets printed, the condition should get true, and I want to stop the particular iteration. That means I am saying print the 10 numbers. When I is equal to 5 value, that time you stop the complete iteration. At that time I will be using a break. Okay, when I am riding a bike, so I will be riding, the particular function is running. When I apply the bike, what happens? Complete functioning will get stopped. I will stop the bike, nothing will be going on there. Same way in the program, if I apply the break, it will stop the program. That's it. Pass is what? So pass is something like, I can say no, there is like, suppose pass I am using like I don't want to print anything. Suppose I am evaluating some expression, I don't want to print anything. So after, if I'm not going to print the particular variable, it will be giving me the error. So just skip the particular error, skipping the few lines, skipping the particular indentation or skipping the particular logic, I can easily use the pass. So I'll just tell I can't do no, I'm just giving you pass, you can carry on. So like that, the pass we'll see with an example. So what is the first thing? We'll see with the continue example. So here they have explained, I have used with the continue example. Print continue example will work. So what I'm saying, for this particular keyword python, this is a string. So I'll just say if my character, if my I becomes, I'll just tell for I only here, so there is no confusion. So I'm saying if I'm applying a for loop for this complete string Python. Okay, so even you can print like this. You can just tell a is equal to, you can just keep like this. So I can just tell a is equal to Python, and even I can just tell, so I want to apply a for loop, I want to print one by one python Python. So I'm just like iterating with the I value for I in A. You know the syntax of for loop. So it is a iterable thing instance. It is a particular, it can be anything, list or a string or any dictionary, anything. So here I'm applying a for loop for it. I'm saying when I value becomes, it first P get printed. When I value becomes 5, sorry, when the I value will become Y, what I am saying? I am saying continue it. Continue. When I becomes 5, you need to continue. Don't stop the program, continue. Then just, that means I said you continue will skip the particular letter. So here Y will get skipped, P will get printed. So it will be current character will be P at the first iteration, for the first for loop iteration. At the second iteration, I value will become 5. When Y is equal to 5, it will continue. It is not going to print this particular line. It will go back directly, it will go to this particular flow. Then T it will be T is equal to Y. No, it is false. When the condition is false, it is going to print. When the condition is true, it is not going to print. That's all will happen. For run the program, see, current character is P. When the I value becomes Y at the second iteration, it is continuing. It is skipping this line of code. You can see Y is not getting printed, but T is been getting printed. So like this, the continue example was all those I have explained in my previous video. This is about the continue example. So next, coming back to the break. So break is what I want to apply the break. I'll just copy and next. So here break example. So same thing, I'm applying a for loop for the Python. I'm saying if the character becomes, so anything, see, I is an instance, character is also an instance. You give your name, your mother name, your father name, your boyfriend name, your girlfriend name, anything. You can print, can just iterate. It is just an iterable value. Okay, so anything you can give it. So it is not like Carol, you should give like that. So here I have used I, here anything I can give. But when you're comparing, you need to pass the same value here. So again, I'm saying when character become, when the for loop runs, when the character becomes H, when this is iterating, when H will become, I want to break the loop. So it should be, output should be pyt. Okay, when h will become, it should break. It should not print anything, nor even this other values after coming, whatever the values is coming after. If I run the program, you can see it is giving me. So here you can see Python in the break example. So it is the first, it is running the first iteration, and that's after this break example prints. So here you see pyt. So I'm getting only pyt. After h, my complete for loop is getting breaked and it is getting stopped. So it is what about the break will work. So coming back to the pass here. So now I'll just print the particular pass example. I'll just copy it. So here I'll just comment out this line. So I'll just comment this line. So here next I'll just show you about the pass example. Print pass example. So again I'm just iterating with the character h. So what I'm saying, so see, character p, when the character first it will p, it will get pass. P is equal to h, false. I'm saying as a just pass, don't do anything, just pass, just neglecting it. Okay, then again y, t, h will get printed. So when h is going to print it, I'm just passing this particular line of code. That means I'm allowing, you can just go to this, you can run this condition. So it is just neglecting everything. It is just neglecting everything, and after h, whatever the on is there, it will get printed. If I run the program, you can see. So you can see only n is getting printed. So because how it have worked here is, so if I just see here, so you see if I just tell pass here, right? So I'll just clear again. So I run the program. So only what I'm getting, pass example is been getting. Then I'm getting current character is n. That means O is also not getting printed. Why? Because see, first p will get passed, pass, nothing to do. Y, h. After h, what happens? Pass. That means I'm passing it. So after 0, on the next the iteration, whenever the character will become 0, 0 is equal to h. No. So this condition is what? False. So sorry, this after h, what happens means 0 will get passed. So 0 is not. So again it is getting passed. So then, so this is like next example. So I'll just explain you one very simple example. No need anything. So I'll just tell def. I'll just tell is a sum. Okay. So I'm just adding sum. Now see, if I just tell print, I want to pass the sum. I need to just pass the 12 character over here. I need to just pass the value as a 12 here. I'm taking as an input here. Now see what happens here is, now if I run the program, see I'm getting an indentation, expected indentation block after the function is on 30 line. That means I'm getting an error. Now what I'll do, see, simply I'll mention what? Pass. I don't want to perform any function, just I will write the program after some time. I'll write the logic, but currently I don't want to perform any logic. So for that one, if I run the program, now see I'm getting none over here. That means it is just returning none value. That means it is not giving me any error over here. So even if I just don't want to print, so I'm printing, so it is giving none value. If I just run the program, simple it will run without any logic. I have created a function name and I am passing the parameter. Without any logic, I am avoiding the particular errors. So at that particular point of view, we are using a pass symbol over here. If there was a no pass, you can see it will be running the error. So here, if I just perform the logic, if I just tell print something, if I just tell print a, so if I just run the program, so you can see a will get printed. But if I am not want to, so now I don't want to write any logic, so easily I can use the pass symbol, the pass particular keyword. So easily I can just print like that. Okay, so like this I can apply. So even for the for loop also, if I just tell for I in range, I want to print 10 value, but I don't want to print anything. I want to just tell pass. Just I want to print the pass value. At the last, I want to print the value of I. So what happens if I run the program? See what happens, everything will get, so every value is getting skipped, only the last value is getting printed. Okay, so that means last value is getting printed, because last value will get stored into the I, so I am easily able to print it over here. So that means I am neglecting all other value, easily I can use for this kind of condition. So like this the pass examples works. So then next this is what about, this is the fifth program, right? So next, coming back to the sixth program, I'll just make it as a 6.py file. So in the 6.py file, next, what is the 6.py? Okay, so here what is the here is, so explain the global and variable. So I need to differentiate between the global and variables. So it is little bit tricky. So it is like differentiate between the local as well as the global variable in the program snippet. So it is completely like this one. So I'll just explain you the code. So it's a little bit lengthy. So what happens is, I'll just explain you the global variables. So here, whatever the variables you are defining inside a function, whatever the variable you are defining inside the function, it will be treated as a local variable. Whatever the variables are outside the function, that will be treated as a global variable. That means you can use throughout the program, but whatever the variables you are using inside the function, that can be used only inside the function. You cannot use outside the particular function. That is only the difference. Okay, and we have some of the precedence here. So suppose I am printing n value here, but I am not declared here. But I cannot print directly without passing. I cannot directly print here. I will show all the example. Now for run the program, see 10 I have printed. It is telling that means n is equal to 10 value. So I am calling the function. I am passing the 10 value here. I am just passing the particular 10 value. So it is been printed. Okay. So I am passing the 10 value. It is printed over here. Suppose it was not there. N is not there. So what it will get printed? If I run the program, even though 10 is been getting printed, that means so it will just see here. If the values are not present, it will go outside the function and it will search. If it's there, it will going to print. If it's not there, it will throw the error. Okay, that is what the thing happens. Without, if you are not passing the n value to the function, if you are not passing also it will print. If you pass also it will print inside the function. So it is about the first example. So I'll just comment out. So next I'll just tell you about the second one. So I'll explain with all the cases how these things works. So next, so I'll just comment out this line. This is my function 2. So next, here what I have said. So I'll just clear the console. So here what I have said, I have the function 2 which accept the n is equal to 20 and here n is equal to 10. Okay, so 10 I am passing here. So 10 value has been getting passed. Fine. So now after passing also again I am changing the value of 10 here. Whatever the value is there, now I am making n is equal to 20. That means this is a local variable. This is a global variable which I am passing to the function. Now next inside the function there is n is equal to 20. It will be my local variable. So here let's see, n I have printed 20. It will print 20 because local variable precedence is taken first. That means whatever the values even if you pass any value over here, if you are changing the value, that will become your local variable. That is going to take the first precedence over here. That is what the thing is written. If I run the program, you can see 20 it is printed. So n it is taken as a 20, it is not taking as a 10 value. So the precedence of the local is 20. Suppose if there was a no and if I not change the value, at that time it will go outside the variable. Whatever the value is there, 10 value, that is only it will be taking it here. If I change it to the local, if I just change the value, then it will become a local variable. It will run as a 20 itself. Now after changing inside the function, if I try to print the n value here, so now I changed the 20 here, but let's see whether the global variable will get changed or not. If I run the program, obviously it is not going to change. Only within the program the n values I am changing, so it is printing within the program. After it comes outside the function, if I try to change the local value, no, if I just try to print the local n value, it will be taking as a 10 itself. It is not going to print 20 because this works only inside this particular function. That is in my local variable. Okay, this local variable will doesn't affect to my global variable outside. Okay, so this is one condition. This is about the second condition. So let's cancel it. So again I'll just tell clear. So next I'll explain the third particular condition. We are performing with all the condition. So even you can write with the same condition in the exam, so you can just explain what is going on. So now I'll just comment out. So here what I'm doing here is, so n is equal to 1 is there. I'm passing the n value to my function 3. I'm passing the n value. Now what I'm doing, I am having one more. Now I'm creating one local variable, m is equal to 30. Okay, now I want to add with the global variable to this local variable. I'm just telling m plus n. It will happen because it turned to 30 plus 10. If I just pass the 10 here, 30 plus 10, it will print 40. I have printed as a 40 because local variable plus local variables get added. That means I'm passing as a global as here. At that time it will become as m is equal to 30. This is completely new generation. This is completely new variable with a new value, but only n I am passing. I am just adding with the new local variable with the global variable value here. So once it comes inside, it will also become global. So it is a global variable. When you are passing to the function, it will become a local variable. As a local variable, it will treat. It will add both the local variables and it will just give you the output. You can see 40 I have printed 40 because local variables plus local variables will get added. This is a global variable. So it is one condition. Okay, this is about the third condition. So now coming back to the last condition, we'll see what is the last condition over here. So we have one more two conditions. So I'll just comment out this much. So okay, so I'm just comment out this particular okay, everything is perfect. Yeah, so I'm just commenting on this one. So now what happens here is m is equal to 30. I have defined it. Cool. Now what I am saying, n I am going to pass. So n value I am passing. N value is getting passed. That is fine. Now I'm trying to get the m value here. I'm trying to change the m value. So I'm just trying to get the m value 30, and n value is what? N value will going to 1. 30 plus 1, 31 should get printed over here. If I run the program, you can see I'm getting local variable m referenced before assignment. That means what it is saying is, here it is getting confused. What is the m value? Here it is getting confused. What is the m value here? Because I cannot change the global variable value. I cannot change the global variable value because m is a global variable. But here I am not passing as a local variable to the function when I am calling the function. Now what I am doing here is I am trying to change the m value. So I am trying to change the m value. So I am assigning here m is equal to whatever the value is there. I want to add with this one. It is not going to add like that. It is not going to change the global variable. You can print if it's not 10. I can just make I can just tell I can skip this condition and I can print it. You can see it will print me 30. You can see 30 has been getting printed. If it's not present inside the function, it will take the global value and it will print the particular over here, the whatever the value is there. But it is not going to change the global variable value. It is a global variable. It is not going to change it. Okay, so that is what the things will happen. It is what the one thing you need to understand. We cannot change the global variables inside the functions. You cannot change the value of a global variable. It should be constant. You can change when you are passing it. If I just tell m comma n, if I just pass here m comma n, so now I can change. Now it will get changed. You can see now it will be printed as a 31 because I am passing global variable to the function. When I am passing the global variable to the function, it will be treated as a local variable. Then I can pass. Without passing the variables, global variables, you cannot change the value to the function. So this is all about the complete information about the global as well as the local variable. I hope you have understood this thing. So next I'll create one more problem statement. It is 7.py. So 7.py I'll just create it. So in my 7.py is here. So what is here is I'm just telling here is differentiate between the break and continue with the sample program. So as you know, I have said you before itself, break and continue statement in my third or fourth program. So I think the fifth one. So you can see about the break also I have said you, about the continue also I have said you can write the same answers to the seventh program. So next, coming back to the 8th program, I'll just make it as a 8.py. So in my 8.py file, what is here is, so it is telling me analyze the effects of the exception handling with an example program. Very simple, very simple. So what is exception? Exception is 1 divided by 0 condition. So you cannot handle this condition using a if else condition. So for that, so what are the concepts you cannot handle with the if else? You will be using the concepts of try and except. So it is a compilation error. You can just call it as an interpretation error over here. That means when the running time, we will be getting an errors. So that can be handled only using a try and except condition. So here I'll try to, so same thing I'll just print you here. So just very easy. See what happens here is, so here and I'm just taking to explain this example, I'm teaching you with two example. So suppose we want to find a division error. So I need to find the exception. What is the exception occurred? And even I don't want to give the error. So now see what happens here is, so see I'll just explain why I'm using this one. So before this one I'll just tell you here, I'll just tell print, I'll just tell print print, I'll just tell 1 divided by 0, 1 divided by 0. Here if I run this program, you can see 0 division error I'm getting an error here. So this is the exception. This is exception. It should, if I just tell print 1 divided by 1, it should give me the value. Some value it should give 1.0 it is giving. When I'm doing with the 1 divided by 0, it should not give me the error, but it's correct, or expression is correct, but it is a exception case here. So for that particular case, this condition we cannot handle using if else. If you want, you can try it. So for that particular purpose, we are going to the concept of try and except. Okay, control Y. Okay, now here I want to handle this expression. So first I am taking an input here. I am taking a first number, then I am just taking a second number over here. So what I am taking, I am just taking the first number, I am taking the second number. First I am trying it. First it will evaluate it to try. If this condition is true, it is not going to the exception case. If it is returning any error to this particular condition, it is going to the exception case. Okay, so here I am taking an input. First I am saying I am inside the try block, it will get printed. So here I am adding the sum number. I am adding the sum here. Whatever the input is been given, it is a string because I am not mentioning as an int of input. So for that particular case, it is a string value. So now I am converting the string value to the integer. To convert, we need to use what? Int of number 1 and int of number 2. I need to use these two things. So what I am doing, I am dividing the two values. I am trying because I am in the try condition. It is not going to give me the error even if I give num1 as a 1, num2 as a 0, 1 divided by 0. So if this condition is satisfied, if the 14th line is getting executed, it will just tell I have completed the task and it will give me the result over here. If this condition is giving me the error 1 divided by 0 condition, at that time it will go to the except condition. Now even you cannot you can let's write like this also. I can just tell, even I can just write like this also, except. Even I can just tell like this also, except. Only you can just aggregate as an exception also, except, try and except. It will be telling I am in the catch block, this is a problem happened, so this problem happened, it will be giving. If I run the program, it is saying now it will give normal 5 divided by 5. So it will be like I am inside the try block. It is took the num1 value as a 5, num2 value as a 5. It printed this value, I am inside the try block. Then it is evaluating the sum. It is converting 5 as integer, 5 as integer. 5 divided by 5 will be 1. It will be like I have completed the task because it is evaluated to true. This condition has been satisfied. This logic is been worked. So it is telling I have completed the task. Then it is telling the sum of the two number is the particular, so sorry, the division of the two number here, not the sum. So the division of the two number is what is 1.0. 1.0. It has been handled. It has been getting output. Suppose now if I give the wrong input, if I just give the here, it will just tell 1 divided by 0. So I'm giving the num value is second value is 2. So I will giving as a 1 divided by 0. Now it is telling me first it will go to the try block. It will just tell I am inside the try block. It has been getting printed. I am inside the try block is been getting printed. Next, it is going to evaluate this one. Here 1 divided by 0 is the exception handling case. So at that time this condition is not going to evaluate. 1 divided by 0 we cannot do. It is telling, so it is throwing the error. It is going to the except condition. It is telling I am inside the catch block. I am inside by catch block. This is the problem happened. It is been printing. Now I need to check what is the exception is been handled. To check the exception, I can just tell except exception as E. So whatever the exception is getting, I am taking that exception in the form of E and I am just printing what is the error I am getting it. I want to check. So for that one, if I run the program, I need to enable this too. I am printing the exception E, whatever I am using the line here. Run the program here, I'll just tell 1 divided by 0. So you can see I am inside a try block, I am inside the catch block. This is the problem happened and this is division by 0 case. Division by 0 condition has been getting printed. It is for a division. Suppose now I want to add a number with the particular string value. Let me see here. I am passing a number. Here obviously I need to pass a number here. If I give a string value, it will be going to the exception case. So now let me do it for the plus also here. I'll just tell sum. So now I'll just run the program. I'll just tell enter the first number 5, enter the second number 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. Everything is getting executed. Same thing if I try to give the input as a name. I'll just tell 12. I'll give my name here, Anis. 12 plus Anis is not a true condition. Same thing if I was doing in the try and if else condition, it will be giving me the error. But here I am using as a try and except condition, it is not giving the error. It is taking, it is inside the try block, it went inside the try block. Then when it is tried to add Anis with 12 value, it is giving me the error. So it directly went to the exception case. It is telling I'm in the inside the catch block, this is the problem happened. So it is, this is the problem happened, I am inside the try block. So what is the error is happened? What is the error I am getting it? The error is invalid literal for the integer. This is the error I am handling. It's telling you are providing Anis which is an invalid input. Please provide a valid input. So like this, I can perform the try and except conditions using a Python. You can just analyze with the one particular program over here. So next, so this is about the 8th program. So next 9th one, I'll just make it as a 9.py. So I'm using as a 9.py file. So here where is the 9.py? He is here. 9.py is here. So here I'm just using the 9.py file. I'm analyzing next. So I'm just analyzing the statement local variable cannot be used as a global scope with an example. So it is telling me analyze the particular program which is global scope with an example. That means local variables cannot be used as a global scope. That is what I have been saying. So it is a simple example. I have said you before itself completely. I have explained you what is happening here is. So saying again I'll explain you. So local variables, see here in this example it is telling me local variables values we cannot use it as a global. It is telling me that is all. What we need to just prove it. Fine. So here I am giving a global variable as m is equal to 30. Here I am giving m is equal to 10. I am changing the value to the 10. Next I am assigning one more z is equal, here saying it is telling me m. It is what does mean I am searching for the local variable. If it's present I will print. That means it is searching for the m value. If it's present, it is just going to print the 10 value. If it is not present, it is going outside the program. So it is telling if it's not present, it will go outside the program and it will search for the global variable. That value will going to print over here. For your understanding, I have written this particular statement. Okay, if it's present, it is going to print. If it's not present, it is taking me the global value. It is going to print over here. Okay, now I am assigning one z is equal to local variable. This is a local variable. Now if I try to, now n is equal to 1, I am just passing it. One value will get passed here, this will get printed. But if I try to print this is a local variable of a function. If this particular function I am trying to print over here, z, it is not going to print. It will just search. I search for the global variables only. If it's in the outside the function, it will just search only for the global variables. If it's present, I am going to print. If it's not present, I am giving you the error. As z is a local variable, it is not a global variable, it is not present outside. So when I run the program, it is going to give the name z is not defined. It is defined inside a function which is a local variable. We cannot treat that particular value. I cannot print it outside the global variable. That is why it is giving me the error. Suppose it was z is equal to 100, then I am going to print it. 100 is a such variable, it is giving the error. You can see if it's present, it is going to print the particular value. So it is all about the global as well as a local variable. Okay, so next we'll be seeing the 10th program. So with the 10th program, we'll see what is the particular problem statement with the 10th. Where is the 10 is here. So I'll just create one new file. So in the exercise, I'll just make it as a 10.py, 10.py. Okay. So in the 10th problem statement is I want to find the what is the factorial of a number. Okay. So it is telling me write a program to find a factorial of a number. So basically we are using a concept of recursion here. I'll use a concept of recursion. So if I just give it as a 4, what is recursion? The function will call itself. That is the recursion I have said you. Even this thing I have explained you in my program. So how the recursion works. So here 4 star factorial of 4 minus 1. How the functions works means. So if I just write the program here, very simple program. So here I'll just right. So how this means, I need to enter the number, for which number I need to find the factorial. So for that one, it will take the number and I'm just passing to this particular function here. So what it checks, if the number is 0 or a 1, it will return me the output as a 1. So when it is returning it, it will just one value will get returned to 1. It will store it into the result variable, then it will get printed. Result of the factorial of the whichever the number you have given as a factorial, it will take here number is the result. Whatever the value is being stored, it will just print over here. Okay, so if you are giving as a 5, at that time this condition is not going to pass. It will return the this condition. This is what n star factorial of n minus 1. The only logic is, this is only the one line is the logic in the entire program. There is only a single line of logic, that is n star factorial, the function name of n minus 1. That is only the thing. So how it works means, when I am giving as a 3, if I am giving as a 4, it will just tell 4 star factorial of 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 will be what? 3. Like 4 star 3. Again it will call the function 2. So again 4 star 3 into 2. Again after 2 it will return 1 for the iteration 1, because it is a condition. This is I am just checking the particular condition. This is how the recursion works. That means function is calling itself. The function is going to call itself again and again. I am giving a 4 times. The function will call 4 times. This is how the expression works. 4 factorial of 3, 3, 2, 4, 1. Again same. If I give 5, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. The function is going to call itself. The function is going to call itself. I am not going to trace this program. You try it yourself. Just this is how the logic works. The function is going to call itself until n value becomes 0 or a 1. When the n value will become 0 or a 1, it will return the n value to the factorial. Then previous how many times the iteration is worked, that value will get stored here, and it will multiply every value and it is going to find you the result. If I run the program, if I just enter factorial of 1, you can see the result of a factorial of 1. Because how I am getting as a 1 here, I am using a concept of a string. It is a string along with the variable names. So fact is going to store into here 1, and our result, whatever the result is there, the factorial of 1 will be the whatever the result will be there, it will just going to store over here. That is what the thing is happen. So if I just run the program again, if I just give 5 factorial, you can see the factorial of the 5 is 120. That means 5 is getting passed to the factorial over here. So it is running the recursion for the 5 times. Then I am getting whatever the output will be, that it will get returned, and whatever the return value will get there, it will just store it into the here in the result variable. Then the result is going to print. It is how the function works. Okay, so this I have explained you inside the functions and recursion concepts in my previous video. So next, coming back to the one more 11.py file. So next I will see what is the okay, I want to select this one. Now I want to put it inside this folder, that is 11.py file. So in my 11.py file, what is the problem statement here is, so where is the 11 is here. Okay, so here there is a something. What is here? So here it is a program which prompts user for Celsius to that it will just convert from the temperature from the Celsius to the degree or a Fahrenheit to the print the converted temperature. If I am giving in the Fahrenheit, it should convert into the degrees. If I am giving into the degrees, it should convert into the Fahrenheit. That's it. So what I am doing here is I am just writing, I'm just putting the logic here. So what is the logic here is I am just checking the temperature. I want to take example. So the input how should be there given here is it should be either a 45. If they are giving in the Fahrenheit, they should mention 45 F they should mention, either it might be small, either it might be capital. Based on that, I'll evaluate this if else condition. I'm checking. So what I'm doing here is let them give any number. So it should be end with, it should say example, like I need to tell example should be 45F, or if you are giving in the Celsius, it should be 102C. Either it should be a small or a small capital. What then I'm doing here is I am using a concept of slicing here. Okay, I am using a concept of slicing. So I am saying degree is equal to integer is equal to temperature of -1. So if I just give like this, whatever the input is been given, that the particular thing will convert it to the only it will whatever the things will be, it will convert it into the number value. Only the number will get going to take over here. Then whether it is a F or a C, whatever you have mentioned, how to check that one. So for iterating the last position, I am using temp of -1. That means -1 means either it will return, if you are giving as a 45 F as a input, F will get stored into the I convention. If you are giving in the input as a 102 C, the C will get stored into the I convention. So degree means only the number will get stored here. The whatever the alphabet you are passing, that will get stored over here at the second point of logic. Now I am checking if this, let them give smaller capital letter, I am just converting into the capital letter. If they are giving a small c, I am converting into the capital. So if the c is equal to c, if they are giving in the Celsius, then I need to run this condition. That is, this is the a particular what we call it as, it is a particular mathematical expression to calculate the Fahrenheit. Okay, so that result will get stored into the Fahrenheit. Next, if they are giving at the end, they are giving F, same thing, I am just doing it. I am converting F into the capital letter, then I am matching if it's equal to Fahrenheit, whatever the I convention is there. Then I'm running this mathematical expression and I'm storing the result, and at that time convention I'm just changing the value to the result Celsius over here. Else if they are giving a wrong 102, if they give, it will just print them improper. If they are giving only 100 and see any other letter, it will just print like this. If else, after that it will just quit the program. After quitting it, whatever the result is being stored either in the Celsius or in the Fahrenheit, it is going to print it. If I run the program, you can see, if I just suppose if I give the wrong input, if I just give wrong input, it's telling me invalid literal input. If I just give the input, because I'm not handling the exception, so I need to give a number. If I just give any number without anything, it is telling me improper input is proper convention, give the input in the proper convention. Same thing if I just run again, if I run the program again, so if I just tell again, give the input here, I'll just, if I just give it as a 45 Fahrenheit, so if I just give the 45 Fahrenheit, the temperature in the Celsius is 7 degree. If there is a 45 Fahrenheit, it is converted into the Celsius to 7 degree. Same thing if I just give it into the 102 Celsius, it is telling the temperature in the Fahrenheit is 216 degree. There is a 102 Celsius is equal to 216 degree. That is been according to the whatever the value, according to this one. Second line here, it is what it is storing. The alphabet, the last alphabet of the input. Here it is just storing number here, storing number. Okay, so number is getting stored, number alphabet is storing here according to the alphabet, either in the C or a Fahrenheit. That particular logic is going to perform. This you need to remember. This particular line you need to remember. This is the mathematical expression you need to remember to convert from the Fahrenheit to degree or a Celsius to degree, like that. Okay, so this is all about the program. Very simple, nothing else. Just you need to understand the logic based on these two conditions, that is a degree as well as the I convention. It is evaluating. If it is in Celsius, it is converting into the Fahrenheit. If it is in the Fahrenheit, it is converting into the Celsius. That's it. Okay, so it is all about the 11th program. Next, coming back to the 12th program, 12.py. So what is the 12th program here is, where is it here? Okay, let's copy everything, let's paste it. So what here they have said means define a Python function suitable para generate prime numbers between the program except the two integer m2 n, like that. Okay, so what they are saying means I need to generate a prime number. Suppose if I here you need to pass two input. I am saying you to print the prime numbers between 10 to 90 number. So between 10 to 90, how many prime numbers are there that you need to print? The number which divides with the number itself, that is a prime number, you know. So that is the thing we need to do. We need to give the starting input, then we need to give the end input. So from where I need to start, from where I need to end. Okay, I can just give it as a start, start start. Here I'll get the ending number. Okay, first I need to enter the starting number, then I need to write the ending number. From when I need to start, from when I need to end. So whatever the starting number is there, I am storing into the first. Ending number I am storing into the second. Then I am applying a range function. Here it will start from the first and it will go till second to the n minus 1. Okay, second minus, if I am just giving as 100, it will go till 99. Okay, like that. Okay, so here what I'll do here is I am just checking this is a condition. What I am checking. So first I am taking the 2. I am just there are 2 for loop, I and j for loop. So here what happens means it will just run this one, then it will run this particular at this time, at this point of view. Here if I am just giving as a input as a 1, it will just take 1 percentage 2. So first it will pass 2 here. 1 percentage 2 is what? Equal to 0. If it's equal to if the particular remainder we are getting as a, suppose if there is a 7 mod 7 mod 0, that time it will just breaking, it is not going to print. If there is any other number which is not getting divided, which is getting divided and which is leaving you the remainder, at that time this condition is not going to fail. At that time it will just going to print the prime number. If I just run you and show you program, you enter the first number. If I just give it as a, I want to start with the prime number 1 and I want to end with the till 15, I need to print it. Here say prime number, it is getting printed. What are the prime numbers? 1, it's getting 1 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, 3, 4, 5 is a prime number, 7 is a prime number, 11 is a prime number, 13 is a prime number. That means all the prime number is been getting printed. Okay, that means these all the prime numbers it is going to print here. So now okay. So okay, fine, that is all the thing will happen. So if I just give one more condition here, if I just try to print, so what you know, right, what is a prime number? The number which divides with itself, that is going to print it here. First the logic is like the I is going to pass here. That is the first, for first means so the whatever the value you are passing the first number as a 0 or a 1. So I have just passed as a 1. 1 is going to print, 1 is taking 1 comma, second means till 10 15, 1 comma 15 will pass till 1 to 14, it will start running the loop. So inside a loop, one more loop I am running it. So here I am checking the condition. So what condition means? Here I am starting directly with the 2 and whatever the value is I am getting from the first for loop. Suppose at the time 1 will get 1 double divided by 0, 2. It will be evaluating this expression. Okay, so what is here 1 mod of 2 means I am getting some output over there. So then for that particular output, the whatever the value will be there, that going to pass. First the 2 will get passed here, then till here it will go. If I just tell here, if I just show you here 3, I'll just show you here last print print what double things done. 3 divided by 2. If I just run this program, what is the output? Here run the program again. So enter the starting number 2 and just I'll get a 15. So what is I'm getting as a 1 here? What I'm getting as a 1? Why I'm getting as a 1? So 2 ones are 2. Okay, remainder is 1. So that particular one is I'm getting. If I just give it as a something like 17 mod 2. Okay, 17 mod 2. If I just give it as a 17 mod 2, then obviously if I just give as a first number and if I give it as a second, I'm getting as a 8 over here. What is 8 I'm getting? Why I'm getting as a 8? 17 so what is a 2 17 mod of 2 means so if I just what I'm getting in the output, that is I'm getting as a 8. So double double division, it does mean 2, what is a 2 ones are 2, 2 8s are 16, right? So 8 is whatever the thing is there. 2 8 the 16 means, sorry, the quotient value will be getting printed. 2 8 the 16, it is neglecting the remainder. Okay, so till 8. So if I'm giving as like this, so if I'm giving the starting number as 1 and the ending number is 152. Okay, I need to give it one more time. I'll just run the program again. So yeah, I'll just run the program again. So yeah, I'll just start from the 1 and go till 20. So 20. So I'm giving as a 20, right? So it means 1 to 20 I given. So here what happens means first one mod of 2. Okay, it will just check with us. Whatever the quotient will be there, it will run 2 to at that particular time the particular for loop should run. That is what the things works like that. You know, this I have said you in the range function. Like if you are passing 1 and 10, it will print 1 to 9. If you are passing 1 to 20, it will print 1 to 19. Here second for loop I am using just to check the particular condition. So what is the condition? This is the condition I am checking. Just take the quotient here and whatever the start with the 2 value, and whatever the value you are getting between that, you are just pass it to the j, and then you run this particular operation. When you are returning the remainder as a 0, at that time that is not a prime number. If you are if the particular remainder is not 0, then that particular value will be treated as a prime number. That's all. That is only the logic who will be written over here. Okay, first number pass it, second, then check with the condition. You will be easily just only 2 line of code here, logic. This line, this one. First you are taking the first line, this one is obviously you need to run that particular time of loop, starting number to the ending. Then this particular thing is what it is just to check the logic. Here just I am checking what is the quotient value, what is the remainder value. Based on the quotient as well as the remainder value, I'm just treating the number whether it is a prime or a not prime number. That's it. Okay, so it is all about the 12th program. So next, coming back to the 13th program, I'll just make it as a 13.py file. So in my 13.py file, okay, so here very normal thing what is here is here I need to check what is the thing here is I need to differentiate between the list as well as the tuples. So you know list is immutable, tuples are immutable. You can change the value of the list, you cannot change the value of the tuples. It is indexed, it is unindexed, and list easily you can iterate. Even the tuples value you can iterate, but you cannot change it, the particular existing value. That is only the difference. So here is the particular complete things I have copied. I have made the notes, you can just access it. Then coming back to what the importing the modules, the particular differentiate between the copy as well as a decopy. So what it does means, even I am studying for this first time, I don't know what exactly it does, we'll see. So here we have a module that is import copy. So here they are saying me you have a module that is a import copy. So I need to just remove this much from here to here. I'll just try to run the program. We'll see what is first. What I'll do here is I'll just completely I'll remove from here. So I'll just remove everything. Okay, so I'll just see it from here. So here exactly I need to run the particular piece of code. So I don't want to, so I need to first I'll just tell you about the copy thing. What is the copy does? So copy, what is the copy does? Import copy. So we have a list here, 1 2 3 5 4. This is a list we have, and using a copy for the shallow copy. That means I'm just using a copy function. I'm saying from this particular copy import module, copy.copy, I want to copy all the values from the L1 and I want to put it into the L2. And again, whatever the copy.decopy of the L1, I am saying again decopy it from the L1. Same value, see, same values I am putting into the L2. Again, whatever the values are there into the L1, same thing I am just putting into the L3. But I am using here as a copy, but here I am using as a deep copy. So it is one, right? The question is deep copy and copy. So here I am using a copy function, and here I am using a decopy function. When I run the program, what happens? When I run the program, what will be the output? Obviously the same output only will be getting it here. See, same thing I am getting. So L1 is also same, L2 is also same, L3 also same. L1, L2, 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 5, everything I am getting same as it is. Okay, so now what is the difference between the copy as well as a decopy that we need to understand? So we saw this much, fine. We'll see next what is the thing happens next. So next, now I want to okay, I'll just see what is here happening. So first what here happening. So again, so I'll just so this is all about you saw. So I'll just remove this much. So it is a normal thing, you know. Okay, so now next line. So we have some here, right? So next again I want to import the particular copy. Fine, I am importing the copy. Next I am initializing the L1. So let's initialize the L1 copy, that is 1 2 3 5 and 4. Then I want to using a deep copy to deep copy. Now I'm using a function of deep copy. So I'm using a deep copy to copy the particular thing. So that is I am using a copy.deep copy of L1. Same thing, I'm just storing it now. Now I want to print the original element. So here they said original elements of the list. Now the original elements before decopying. So before this line of code, I want to print the values. So for that one, I want to print all the L1 values. So I'm saying I want to start with the 0th range, start from the 0. I want to quote what is the length of the list. Length of the L1 means it will return the list. So till that run the for loops. At that time iterate the position. So first 0 will be get passed. Li of 1 of 0 will be 1, Li of 1 will be 2, Li of 2 will be 3, 5, Li of 4 will be get printed. At the end I am giving as a space, everything should come in the row. So for that one I am just printing. I don't want to put it in directly, I'll print. Okay, and run the program. So obviously 1 is getting printed, 2 is getting printed, 3 5 is getting printed, 4 is getting printed. Okay, So this is nothing. Normally I am just printing the original elements of the L1 list. So after decopying, now I want to, so now I am adding a new list. So here they, what they have said here is I'm just using this Google example. So this is only an example. Now this time adding the element to the new list. Now I'm trying to add a new element to the list. That means I'm adding L1 of L1 of 2. That means for this, whatever the copied list is there, I am trying to add 7. What is this 2 comma 0? 2 comma 0 means 0 1 2. 2 is mean in my second indexing position we have 3 comma 5, but it is a list within a list. So here if I want to add element within a list, I can just use in this condition like 2 comma 0th position. So 2 comma 0 means 7. At the starting position 7 should get added at the 0th position. If I give 2 comma 1, that means after 3. 2 comma 2 means 0 1 2. Next is a next argument is 2 after 5. That is because 0 1 after 1 you need to add it like that. So here I am trying to add this condition. Okay, so fine, I am trying to add. Now I am going to print it now again. So now I want to print the, so after the change is reflected in the L2 or not, we need to check. Now again I am checking the new list of the elements after decopying it. Now after the copied is copied is done, now I am trying to add a new element, though I am trying to print the L1. So what I am doing here is, for I in the range of length of L1, that means, so whatever the length of L1 is there, completely for this one only I am just taking L1. For that you need to run a for loop, and now you need to print the value of L1 Li of 2. That now I need to remove this end element again, I don't want this one. So now if I run the program, what will be the output? Now see, the original element before decopying is 1 3 3 5. So now new list I am getting it. So new list I am saying here is 1 2 7 5. See here I am saying 2 of 0th position you need to put it as a 7. That means this is 0 position, 1 position, second position. Second of 0 means 0 position is what? 3 is there. So 3 is getting replaced with the new value, that is a 7, that is going to print over here. So you can see 7 is getting changed, 7 5, 4 is getting the, okay. So that means if you are copying any list, you can change the particular value of the list. So that one thing you understood from here. So decopy is just copying the same exact thing to the one more variable, that's it. Okay. So this is working fine, done. So next I want to change. No, next so this is all about this thing. So now I'll just comment everything. So okay, so what I'll do here is I'll just comment these 2 lines of code. Now I'll just comment this much. Let these 2 lines should be same as it is. So next I want to run with this one. I also want to use one more thing. So copy. So next, change is not reflected into the original list. Let's see as it's deep copy. Now what I did, so here what did I do? Here I'll just uncomment. So here what did I do? For the list of the L2, I changed the value of the this 3 position to 7. Done. Now let's see whether it is changed in L1 also. Let's see whether it is changed in L1 also. It is not going to change because I changed in the Li of 2. So it is not going to change in the L2 L1 because I'm not changing here. So if I just try to print, you can see 1 2 3 5 and 4 only I am getting printed, because whatever the original list is there, same I am getting printed. But I am trying to, if I try to print the L2 using a for loop, you can see at that time these values I am getting it over here. So like this the particular values can be printed. Okay, so the particular value can be seen. So that is about the after the that means if I am copying the list of the A to B, so after copying into the B, if I try to change any of the indexing, it will change only in that B particular variable. It is not going to change in the A variable. That thing we can understood from here. So this is all about the copying example. So next we'll see about again now one more example. So what these things happens, we'll see. I'll just copy. So I'll just comment out this much. Okay, so now I want to skip the lines of code. Next we'll see one more thing, something is mentioned. Let's see what that particular things does. So here what is happening here is, again I'm importing the copy. Now copy operation, decopy, just copying from there to there. So again I'm initializing the list, then I'm using it. Before what I did, decopy, I explained you. Now I'm explaining you the copy. So copy dot decopy we have seen before, deep copy. So now we are seeing that copy dot copy. So here original means before shallowing, so obviously same thing will get printed. So now adding the element of the new, now I am trying to add the element of the same thing at this particular point of view. For the 3 I am changing the 7 value. So after the changing 7 value, let's see whether it is reflecting into the original list or just only in the L2 it is going to reflect it here. So let's see. Okay. So originally before solving for the range L1 of L1 I am trying to print. So after changing into the L2, whether it is changed in the L1 or not, let me see. If I run the program, here you can see as you expected, it has been changed also. That has been changed. You can see normally here I am just printing the original element of the list, that is 1 2 3 5 and 4. That is normally of the L1 element. Next, now I am changing into the Li of 2. That means I am changing in the Li of 2. After changing in the Li of 2, after same thing I am trying to print after whatever the elements are there in the L1. So you can see if I change in the Li of 2, the same thing is been but at that time, so whatever the value I have changed in the Li of 2, that means the second list, whatever I have copied, at that time I have changed in the list 3. So sorry, in the list 2 I am changing the value to 3 to 7. But if I am changing here also, then that particular change is been reflected into Li of 1 also. That is what the thing is happening here. So if I run the program, see 1354 again at the L2 1274 after changing it. If I try to print only the Li of 1 and Li of 2, if I try to print like this, let me see. See, okay, Li of 1 2, okay, you can see I'll just give a new line. I'll just give the new line. See, easily you can differentiate now. Before, what happened was Li was 1 there, Li2 was there. I'm just copying this entire thing into the L2, but now I'm changing only the value of L2. In the whatever the L2 is there, I'm just trying to change that one. If I'm trying to change in the L2, same wherever the change I have done, that has been reflected into the L1 Li of 1 also. So if I try to print L1 and L2, you can see the value has been changed. Even if it has been changed, L2 is also been changed. That is how the things work. But in the deep copy, whichever the list name, variable name you are changing, only that particular thing will get changed. It will not change the original value. When you are using a copy at that time, even if you are changing into a second element, that particular change will reflect into the original list also. It is only the thing is there. So actually promptly I can say this I have learned newly right now. Okay, I don't know this one. So just I saw in the Google example. No, I just work with an example. You can say I got to know now. Even you, I hope you have understood this one. So it is all about the 13. Let me go to the 14.py file. 14.py file. So I think the video has been lengthy. So just we are having two more equations. Let's solve it. So 14.py. Okay. What is the 14th one here is problem statement. Very easy. So just I have already explained you this. You need to go to my playlist. You need to see explain the list data types and adding the values, removing the values. I need to do it with this one. That I need to do it. So here what I am saying, they are saying to how to I need to perform all this operation with the list. So there is one list. If I want to sort this list, I can just tell dot sort function. The list will get sorted. If I want to insert any element we need to pass the indexing position, then I need to pass the value that at the second indexing position this value will get inserted. That is the insert function. If I want to remove any element from the list, just give whichever number you want to remove, just pass in the dot remove function. After removing, you can print the list of this particular number would have removed. If you want to find what is the indexing position at the fifth indexing position, you can just tell dot index. Whatever the value is there at the fifth indexing position, that will get printed. Same thing, we have dot clear function that will clear each and every list. Run the program. See, I'm getting this one output. I'm getting it like this. So that it is added here, it is just printed, it is sorted, it is printed, it is removed, and it is giving me the after the indexing position whatever the values are there after the fifth indexing position. It is just sorry, if it's there the indexing position is present, it is giving you the result everything. If it's not present, it is not going to print it. So that is what the things will happen. Very simple, just few lines of code. Just use the inbuilt function dot insert remove index. Easily you can perform this all operations of the 14th problem statement. So next, coming back to the one more example, that is a 15.py file. What is the 15.py file is here? Okay, string slicing. So here the slicing, everything I have explained you. Just you can watch with my YouTube channel over here. So here what I have illustrated the concept of list slicing. So list slicing means what? It is a 0 to 5. That means start with the 0, go till 4. Whichever the number, second number you are passing it, that you need to minus with the 1. then you need to see here. So I want to start with the 0th index. It will start from the 0, it will go till 5th index. 0 1 2 3, it will go till 4th index. So the first thing will get 0 1 2 3 will get printed. If I run the program, you can see at the first thing what I'm getting printed here. You can see 0 1 2 3 4 is being getting printed for this one. Here 3 to 7, start with the 3. You can see it will just start with the 3 number and it will go till 7. That is 3 4 5 6, it will go till it will go to the 3 4 5 6. That means 7 means one number, you can reduce it from that till there it will get printed. Again I am saying 2 star nothing. That means start with the 2, start with the letter, start with the indexing position 2. If I am giving second argument as empty, it will completely whatever how much ever the numbers are there, it will going to print. You can see it is starting from the 2 and it is going to the enter till 8, it is going it. Then it is starting again, the same thing you can use with this one. That means start with the starting itself. If you are giving empty without any argument, it start from the starting, it will go till 6 value over here. If I run the program, you can see, so you can see here you can see starting from the 0 and it is going till 5 value. You can see it is starting from the 0 and it is going till 5 value. Even you can do like this also. Empty and empty means start from the 0 and go till everything. That means start from here and it will go how much over the list is there, it will just print over here. You can see it is starting from the 0 entire list, it is getting printed. So it is all about the positive indexing sizing. Same thing, I can just use one more thing. I can just say start with the 0 and go till the 6. Sorry, start with the 0 and go till the 8, and I want to skip one particular number between the iteration. I can give one value. If I just give it as a 1, you see here after 6, start from 0 to 6. Okay, you can see it is giving me the entire, it is starting from the 0 and it is going to till 8. You can see it is giving me completely entire thing it is giving me. But if I want to skip any value, I can just give it 2 here. If I am giving as a 2, it will be skipping one value over here. So better I'll just comment the below lines. So see the last thing what it will be the output. If I run the program, see 0 2 4 6, that means I am getting only the positive even numbers here, 0 2 4 6. So if you want anytime even numbers, you can easily use the concept of slicing, easily can get printed. Okay, so that means it starts from the 0 and it is going till 8, but between one number is getting skipped. If you want to skip two numbers, you just give the third argument as a 3. You can see two numbers is getting skipped. 2 comma 1 comma 2 is getting skipped, 3 is printed. 4 comma 5 has been getting skipped, 6 has been getting printed like this. Okay, so it is all about the 3 indexing positions. So 2 indexing, 3 indexing position I have said you. So next, this is all about what? This is all about the positive indexing. Next, coming back to the negative indexing. If you want to completely reverse the particular string, so the particular list, you can see 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. That means start index, negative index, start and do the negative indexing. That means I want to reverse completely entirely. At that time, just specify -1, empty -1 will make your entire list in the reverse manner. Next, this positive indexing I said you. Next, here I have given as a my list. Start with the starting and start with the -2. If I run the program here, see it, I am getting 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That means how it means done means it. See here indexing how it start means. So here if I just show you normally, like normally for the negative or positive, let it be anything. See it means 0 means it will take from 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Positive indexing start from like this. Negative means -0 is not there. So -0 -1 8 will be -1, 7 will be the -2, 6 will be the -3, 5 will be the -4, 4 will be the -5, like that. Positive means normally 0 to 1 2 like that is there. Negative means at the last number will be treated as a -1, then same as it in the sequence -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 -6 -7 -8 like that. So here -2 have said, that means start from the starting till go -2, that means -1 -2. So 7 and 8 will get skipped because I am mentioned as a -2. So you can see at the output everything has been getting printed from 1 to 6. I am getting printed. 7 and 8 is not getting, it is getting skipped. Okay, that is that like that I can get. So same way, if I want to start, I am saying start with the -1. That means start with the 8, go till -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 till go to 4. I'll just tell -1 and -5. If I run the program, okay, I'm getting an empty list. So here I need to give it as a positive. If I run the program, okay, I'm not getting. So I want to start with the -1. Okay, if I just give -1 to the entire thing, okay, I'm getting, okay. So actually, if I'm giving as a -1 with the nothing, -1 means it's just telling -1. Just treat one as a, just print the -1. We just print the particular. If I want to print the last element, just I can just tell -1 and with the empty. That means -1 value will get printed over here. Okay. So like this I can just print. Then if I just want to say I want to print the -5 value, you can see till -5. So -5 means 4 5 6 7 8. See, -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. -5 is at the fourth, so it is taking the fourth none. So after the fourth, whatever the values are there been, it is getting printed. If you want to print in this manner, you can just give the first negative index in, then the positive. If you want to print at the starting to end, sorry, from the starting, from the ending, you can just keep it as one argument as empty, like this. Suppose I'm saying like this, with the -5, we'll give the two different outputs. See, first I'm getting as a 4 for 4 5 6 7 8 9, because it is starting from the -5 value, that is -4 -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. -5 is at the fourth position. It is starting from there and it is going entirely, how much ever it is there, it is printing element. Now if I want to print the starting, from the starting I want to print everything till minus index, and still I need to print what, -5 I need to print. So it will go to -1, so sorry, -5, right? So 1 2 3 4 5. So as -5 is at the fourth position, -5 means the value is 4. As I said, one value will get skipped whenever you are specifying a second parameter. It will print only till 3. If I am passing here as a 0 to 5, that means till 4 it will go, 0 to 4 it will go. If I am passing as a 4, 0 to 3 it will go. So like this the slicing concept works. Already I have explained you completely this thing inside my channel, that is in the concepts of list and the list slicing as well as string slicing. So again, for the problem statement, I am just explaining you this thing. Okay, I hope you have understood this one. Then next, coming back to the 16.py file, the last few we have, one more we have along with this. So here I want to check whether the string is a palindrome or not. Very much easiest thing. So if they will match these things inside your interview, just write two lines of code in 2 seconds, show you the output. So they are asking whether your string is palindrome or not. 1 to 1 is a palindrome, and Abba is a palindrome, ABB Abba. So from your starting also it is same, from the ending also it is same, that is also palindrome. Ammi is also palindrome. So like this. So I want a program such that it should be either a number or it should be a string value. I need to check both for the both thing. I'm saying whatever the thing is there, I'm taking input in the form of a string. Whatever the number is there, just a number or a parent, check number or a string as a palindrome or not. It will, we need to enter the input. Now I'm checking only one line of code, that is only this condition. What I'm saying, as I said in my this concept in my 15, here I said if I are giving everything with the -1, so starting give it as an empty, second also give it as empty, last give it as a -1, everything will convert into what, in the reverse manner. So now what I am doing, first whatever the string, whatever the thing is there, I'm converting into the string. That should be equal to what, that should be equal to this slicing concept. Here the slicing concept is being used. That means start with the complete string, again end with the complete string, reverse completely. So for that -1 I need to add it. That means if I am giving as a ABB Abba as a input, so Abba will be get here, so ABB Abba will be get, so that will be equal to, now same thing I am reversing it. It will just tell it at this what this happens here is this particular code means it will just convert this thing into the same reverse manner. Same thing, if I am giving as a ARK, the things will get changed to K or A, like this. That means it is reversing. Now what is the palindrome, 1 to 1 or 1 to 1, starting from the ending, if you are reading, it should be same. I'm checking if this is equal to this, if it's equal to this, palindrome, else it is not palindrome. That's what. So if I run the program, whatever the, now see, if I try to input, if I just tell 1 to 1 to 1, you can see 1 to 1 to 1 is a palindrome. If I run the program, if I just tell ANES, Anis is not a palindrome because it is not starting and ending, it is not same. If I just give it as a one more ABB Abba is a palindrome. If I am just give it as a Ammi over here, it will be Ammi is all Ammi is not palindrome. Okay, okay, fine. Ammi is not palindrome because it will be Imma if I reading from the ending. Okay, fine. So like this, we can see this is a palindrome program, very easiest one. So the final program exercise, that is a 17.py. Let's see what is here. The 17.py file I want to check. Okay, this is some tricky thing. Let's see. So what is the 17 program here is, I'll explain you the program here. So what they are saying here is, write a Python program that accept a sentence, find the number of the words, digit, uppercase character as well as a lowercase character. I need to find how many words are there inside a sentence, how many letters are there inside a sentence, or only how many words are there, how many digits are there, and how many uppercase characters are there, how many lowercase characters are there. Very easiest one. So first I need to take input from the user. I am taking input from the user, enter the sentence. It can be anything. It should can be contain numbers, or it can contain a space, anything. So what I am doing, first I am counting the how many spaces are there. For that one, I am using dot count. What are the spaces are there inside the sentence? I want to count it. So that particular count, I'll keep it into a count word. Then number of words in the sentence is. So with the spaces, what I can do here is, suppose if I am having I like you, okay, I like you have two spaces. So with these two spaces, we have a three words. So now I want to find the words. So what I applied logic is, two spaces are there, I will add one. So what are the spaces values there? I am adding with the one value. That means 2 plus 1, 3. 3 will words is finished. One program is done. That means I can find easily how many words are there. Next, now I want to find the digits, uppercase character, lowercase character. I am applying a for loop over here. I am applying whatever the sentence is there. I want to apply each word. I need to iterate it. So here I am saying, if the whatever the iterable, I like you, here I will be iterated first. I dot each digit, whether it is a digit. If it is a digit, increment the digit value to 1. If it not, go to the else part. If it's a uppercase character, what I'm doing, whatever the value is there, I'm just converting to the uppercase first. Then I'm checking with the whatever the value iterated, whatever the iterable value is there, then I'm checking whether it is then I'm okay, I'm just checking then whether it is uppercase. Okay, if it is upper, if it's equal to uppercase, and it should not be the empty space. That is important. If this condition satisfy, I'm incrementing. It is uppercase. Yeah, it is uppercase means it will increment. Else if I am checking with the lowercase character, if the whatever the value is there, it is lowercase, that means C. If I like you, suppose L I am giving in a small letter, it should be a, if it's matching, then it will increment with the lowercase will be get incremented, and it should not be equal to space. Else simply use the path. That means just pass the particular thing. Then I am saying uppercase is equal to uppercase. So sorry, don't need of giving like this. Directly you can print uppercase digits as well as the longer case. So for run the program, easiest thing. See, if I just write a program, I'll just tell I love you 3000, enter. So I love you only 300. Here, the number of the words in a sentence is 3. I love you is 3 sentence. It's completely a 3 sentence. Done. We have a 3 digits. 300 is a 3 digits. Fine. Uppercase, we don't have any uppercase letter here. As you know, 0. Lowercase count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you know, I love you has the 8 words. Everyone know. So you can see it is giving me the count of 8. Suppose now one more time I'll run the program. So here I'll just tell I love you 3000. So here L and Y as well as I is a capital letter. If I enter here, you can see uppercase we have 3 capital letters. We have a 4 digits. 3000 is a 4 digits. Then lowercase is I OVE OU, that is completely 5 digits. It is giving me the complete 5-digit number here. That's it. Very simple program. I hope you have understood all the program's problem statements. I tried my best to explain you. So this is how the problem statement can be solved. So I'll put the particular code inside the description. You can access the particular code. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it and share with your friends. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Then I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.